Kia ora! Tēnā koutou katoa no mai haere mai. Welcome to Dice Legenz. My name is Vahid. I'm the DM for the show. We are a team of theater and television professionals here in Aotearoa in New Zealand. Welcome to the show. It's so great to have you. Today, we are doing a story from the shadows of Aratai. Episode 2, Rua. Gauntlet.
Gauntlet style.
Hey, before we get into this episode,
let's go.
What I want us to do is to introduce you to our beautiful cast of players, starting with...
Kia ora everyone! Kamusta kayong lahat? My name is Reylene Hilaga, and I will be playing Dahlia, who is a half-elf monk, level 2. She's on the quieter side. She's accidentally, as of last episode, Irish a little bit.
Accidentally Irish.
And she's sneaky, and yeah, but she also has to work with...
Me, Chipa Shara, Marola Masoi for Maua Kiora, Pula Vinaka, Pakalofala Yatu. My name is Longi, and I'm playing Tumau, who is a ranger, half-elf ranger, who has, he's quite, has a very deep history with this one. Also has a bit of a, what would you call it? A raru, a bit of a conflict of interest with Dahlia. But yeah, he's just trying to retrieve something that's very important to him, and that's who I am, a ranger.
Nice. And we have a very special guest we've had Rob Hartley GM with us.
Yay!
Hello. Hello, and so that I don't feel left out with cultural welcomings, hello and hey up, Duck, how's that doing? I am Robert Hartley GM. I am a full-time tabletop role-playing game GM and player. You can find me everywhere at Robert Hartley GM. You're most likely to know me from my work with comedy group Viva la Dirt League.
Viva la Dirt League.
And today I will be playing Pongo, a human man who's just living his life on the streets, homeless guy, likes to drink. That's pretty much all there is to know about him. He's definitely not got levels in Monk.
In the lead up to today's episode, I put in social media the picture of your character of Pongo up, and I asked people to guess what kind of character. No one guessed monk. So there we go. Hey Rob, we love having you with us. It's great having you with us. So thanks so much for joining us for this adventure in the shadows of Aratai.
It is a pleasure to be back again, and for a second character.
None of
Character in your world now.
None of your characters have died yet.
No, I'm just gonna populate your entire world with my characters.
I hope so.
It's just Robert Hartley everywhere, like, oh god, it's Rob.
Hartley, Rob.
Hey, before we get into the adventure, we just want to say thanks to all of our followers. If you're new to our channel, please hit us with a follow. We would really appreciate that. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed to us. The subscribe really helps our channel go. It keeps the lights on, it keeps our show going.
Lights, yes.
Exactly.
Let there be lights.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and put those comments in the chats.
Yeah.
Now, we have some other people we want to thank, starting with...
Our Patreons. This week you will get the monthly wrap-up. Ooh, but also if you are a patron with us, you can get a discount on our merchandise. That's right, we got merchandise, don't we, Rob?
Yes, we do. And speaking of, yes, Dice Legenz specific designs, like the one that Vahid is adorning there and modeling. So yeah, get amongst it, purchase it. Products are also created on demand in studios all over the world. It supports local industry, faster delivery, and also it's great for our environment as well. So get amongst it, whānau. What was the other things? Printable Dragons, our sponsors. We just want to say thank you so much to Printable Dragon 2 is giving everybody, one viewer, a $50 voucher here in chat. Details will come through the break, but this is what they print and create. They've got like crowns, they've got
dice
cages, even our characters.
If you put it down here, you can
caricatures.
If you look on if we see the action thing, all of our main characters in this Shadows of Aratai, all of them have come from. We've just messed it up. Have come from the Printable Dragon.
There.
Here it is. They'll figure it out. So they're really brilliant, and we have got a really fun giveaway. We've got a really fun giveaway that's going to happen at halftime.
Okay.
Their other sponsor are the beautiful people from...
Nine rounds. Gaming.
And they do exquisite wooden accessories for the D&D world, dice towers, dice trays, warrior vaults to put your dice and your minis in.
Oh my gosh. Ever since we got these, like, we've been using them every episode since, and I'm actually in love with them.
I love them.
You know?
I love the smell.
Mine is Tiger Wood.
Yo,
Yeah.
my one is mahogany.
Yeah, but I think you've swapped each around.
Oh,
And I've
That's
got
my one.
Ambrosia Mega. Anyway.
what?
My one is not that.
We'll send you one.
Hey, okay, so thank you very much to our sponsors. It really helps us. So now that we have done that, it is time to play the titles.
Titles. Eat it.
All those titles. All right.
Skadoosh.
Before we get into the adventure, we need to know what happened last week.
Okay. Shot Reylene.
Shot Ronnie.
And for the first time ever, I am going to do the recap.
Yeah.
And I have not prepared for it.
Thank you, Medora.
Thank you.
So
God
let's
did
see
I-
how this goes, shall we?
Here we
All
go.
right.
You got this.
You ready?
Okay.
You guys count me in.
Oh, no pressure. Where's the crown?
It's over here. We'll hold it, Captain.
Count me in, count me
Three.
in.
All right.
2, 1. Shine.
We started off in the house of Zinok, a crime family of elves, where we met Dahlia, Zinok's daughter. We met Tumau, a relative from across the seas, and we met Darrigan, a fighter of some renown. They were given a mission, a simple mission, to escort an owlbeard child to the docks by sunrise the next day. They set out, but oh no! The safe house was destroyed. The owlbear was missing. They searched for the owlbear. They came to the night market, a gambling place. They sprung the owlbear out, but not before a chase sequence happened. They got chased through the streets. Battle happened. Then 2 different groups of thieves attacked them and each other. The battle was intense. They ran. They fled. They found a giant lizard. They ran some more. And then as they were crossing the road, Darrigan got shot, taken out, fell to the ground. God.
What the heck?
You sounded like that was real slow, but you got everything in there. How do you do that? We have to like talk twice as fast as that.
Yeah.
That's
I'm kind of offended.
Do I actually get to wear a crown?
yeah.
I am offended at your success.
You have to now.
I actually missed one important thing.
Yeah, we forgot the flashbacks.
I don't think I should get this because I missed two important.
Too cool.
I missed 2 things, and
Well,
then
you
you can decide.
Okay.
The first thing was we missed a flashback with Dahlia's mother
Diwata.
on her way to be married to Zinok, your father, stopped off on a different island and stole a
Carved fish hook bone.
fish hook carving.
It's those words, but just jumping around.
Put it in whatever way you want. And so I missed that scene.
Yep.
And I also missed that the very end, as Darrigan fell to the ground, our guest was Forgeling playing Darrigan, that across the road, an old man detached himself from the shadows and said, come with me! And you ran across the road.
And we left
him.
Darrigan.
And
Yes.
left Darrigan.
You still keep the crown.
I'm not going to wear it. Do I now have crown hair?
No.
No,
As he poses.
it's always moving. It's just like,
Hey,
ooh,
so are we ready to get into it?
Yes. What's your mom's
All
name?
right.
Diwata.
So, in 3, 2, 1. Our story starts 5 years ago.
Okay.
With you, Pongo. Robert, we're going to start with your character 5 years ago. Getting ready for the mission. So, Pongo, can you please, for our audience, please describe your character 5 years ago? What your character looked like 5 years ago.
5 years ago, Pongo was doing well, physically fit and athletic. Keeps himself working out. He enjoys the physical activity of working out every morning. So he's muscular. He's getting on a bit in age. He would have been in his, to look at him, probably you'd guess in his late 40s, perhaps. He's a human man, and keeping fit is important to him, you can tell, but very little else. He doesn't have a lot of intellect or book smarts to him. Just his physical prowess. You probably see him as he's getting ready for this mission by doing a bit of fancy footwork. He's sort of hopping and just keeping himself light. He's sort of warming up his ankles. You can see that he is wearing light clothing wherever he can. Light in terms of physical weight rather than appearance. In terms of color, he's wearing actually quite dark clothing, but it's flowing and it's loose fitting. He doesn't seem to favor armor, not even leather armor. He likes to just be maneuverable and able to squeeze out of somebody's grasp if needed. So he tends to keep himself in that kind of clothing. He is probably just sparring against a training dummy of sorts, just elbows and palm strikes and things, just dodging around. I imagine maybe it's one of those that has a bit of ball bearings inside so that he can hit it and it spins around and then he can dodge it, duck and weave. He's probably just preparing in that respect. It looks in the face like he's taken a few hits. He's definitely got a couple of missing teeth in the front. Definitely a bust up lip at some point or another, and his nose is a little bit lopsided from being broken once or twice. He's got a bit of a scar in his eyebrow, that sort of thing. So he's handsome in a rugged way, but not in a pretty boy way.
And then into the sparring room, the door opens, and Reika is there. Reika comes in and she does her tight-lipped smile to you. She's an elf, and I don't know. Are they all beautiful? I don't know.
I think so. I think it's important.
It just happens to be that way.
Yeah.
So she's got this beautiful, shiny, lustrous black hair, which she's got tied up behind her. She's of slim frame on the shorter side, and she just kind of playfully beckons you over and just kind of cheekily shows from behind her back a bottle.
I think I give the training dummy one final palm and it spins around and I let it clock me in the back of the head just out of like a bit of like oops and a kind of slapstick sort of a thing, and I sort of smile and joke to her as I walk over. What is it? What are you what's going on with this? And point to her face. What is all of this?
She says, look, this mission tonight is really important.
Of course.
And but I found something. I know this is, it's really expensive, and I wanted to have someone to share it with. So I thought that you might join me for a drop. Just we can't lose the edge.
If you want to try some of it, and you really think coming to me with it's a good idea, that you'll actually get any, I'll reach out and take the bottle out of her hand and look it over.
Hey, we're sharing, remember?
I do like a keep away thing, but I'm like faster than her, so she's like ducking on either side of my hand, but I'm just keeping her at arm's length and looking at it.
So from her other hand, she produces 2 small copper cups. And she starts walking towards the outside and finds a seat, hands you a
maybe
cup.
just a little taste then, and I start unwrapping the binding around the neck of it.
Okay.
What is it that she's presented? Is it some kind of is it like a whiskey or it's like a wine?
It's a port.
It's a port.
And the bottle indicates that it is expensive.
Yeah. Right.
All right. And she says, while you're sipping it, she says, "How are you feeling about tonight's mission?"
I'm feeling fine about it, to be honest. I've never been afraid of those people, to be honest. Maybe I should. Maybe it's stupid, but I've never really had the same fear that a lot of others say that they feel around them.
Good. Yeah, good.
I think we can take them, Riker.
I think we can as well.
I think we got to.
We have to be.
I mean, not that we need to, of course. Whole point is, don't let this get out of hand, yada yada yada. But how it is.
I know. Yeah, but as long as we're fast, right?
This is good stuff. Where did you get this? Am I going to get in trouble for stealing somebody's pot here?
No one's going to notice. It's coming
All
from
right.
the other side of town. No one's possibly going to see it. Hey, look, I just need to check with the horses. You hold on to the bottle, and then later on this evening, when we're all finished, we'll crack it open and have some more, yeah?
Yeah, all right. Celebrate afterwards.
And she leaves you.
As she leaves, you see his hand goes down to the table to put his empty glass down, and then he kind of stands up and looks back and just pours himself just a little more.
And our scene changes. Hours later, you wake up and it is dark outside. Very dark.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh no! Rebecca! Rick! Oh shit! I start scrambling around my room and try and get my stuff together. I grab a hand wrap that is it's a long black sling that he uses as a ranged weapon when he needs, but he wraps it around, places it around the back of his hand, and it acts as a wrist guard as well when he's fighting. He runs over to his coat and quickly just whiffs his coat on. And he doesn't even seem to notice that there's vomit down one side of it. He grabs his staff by the front door and just barrels out of the front door and starts stumbling his way down in the direction that he's meant to be.
As you're leaving the door, Dewata, which is Reka and Dahlia's mother, says, kind of sees you going out and says, "Pongo!
Hey.
What the hell are you doing here?"
It's fine. It's fine. We had to go back. I needed something. I'd forgotten something. It's all good. It's all under control.
She curses.
I rush past her.
She curses in a language from the islands that she comes from, and a look of daggers goes towards you as you run into the night.
I'm running and just not allowing myself to think of what's happening. My brain is too fuzzy to really think of what's happening anyway, but I just know where I've got to be and I've got to get there, and I can move fast. I've always been a fast mover, and who the hell put that cat there? But no, I can still make it. I'm a fast mover, and wham! Oh, when I see that, and hop, but I can still make it. I'm fast. I'm a fast guy. I can get there, and I know where I need to be.
And unfortunately, you do not get there in time. And by the time you get to the scene, there's Reka's body.
No.
Arrow sticking out of her right chest. You see her sister, her younger sister Dahlia, nearby, just shaking.
Where are they? Which way did they go? Dahlia. Which is it? Where they went?
This is younger Dahlia from 5 years ago. Dahlia is shaking.
She's not Irish yet.
She's not Irish yet.
That's when she found herself on an OE.
She's holding onto Reka, and she's got just this ringing in her ears that causes her to not hear whoever is around her. All she has seen was this red mask figure on the roof of a building that shot Reka, or off to the side. And she is too in shock to comprehend what's happening. And after maybe a few seconds of just shaking and not yet crying, she flees the scene. She runs. She doesn't see Anything else?
And we change to another scene. A couple of hours later, Pongo. Back at the Zinok family house. Diwata is standing in front of you, and it's all gone horribly wrong. And Diwata grabs you by the front of your shirt and smashes you against the wall. And says, "My daughter's life could have been saved if you hadn't been drinking."
Pongo just closes his mouth like a drowning fish, just unable to find words.
She takes out a knife, holds it to you, and says, "You deserve this."
I don't disagree.
But for some reason, Zinok says to spare you. So she throws you out of the door and says, "I never, ever want to see your face again."
I reach down and grab a bottle from the street and just start stumbling away.
So it is with some surprise that 5 years later, a messenger from Zinok finds you in the gutters. Can you please describe how Pongo is now, 5 years later?
Unfortunately, muscle can turn to fat pretty quickly, and he did not keep up with his training regime, and he did not keep up with any sort of a gym where he can do his work. His strength has all but left him. He still is blessed with a naturally sort of lithe frame, but he is past it. He is washed up. He has saggy parts and overweight parts, and he's jowly, and there's a lot more of his teeth missing now because he's been in bar fights and street fights as the only way to earn a living. He still has skills with his hands, but he doesn't use them other than to earn himself the next meal. He doesn't have an address. He doesn't have a place he lives. He just lives on the street and watches. He passes the time drinking and finding the next place that he can drink. He has lost a lot of hair, and he's not attractive even in a rugged way anymore. He's really let himself feel and inhabit the guilt that he feels every day. He is unsure how to get over this guilt that he feels, and he's just accepted that this is the rest of his life, and he'll die unknown in a gutter somewhere, and it'll be a few hours before anybody cares to clean him up.
So it is unusual then when a very well-dressed man kicks you in the feet, kicks your feet in the room that you're lying in, and dumps a bucket of water over the top of you.
It's not all right.
And says to you, "Come." Puts his hand down, extends his hand to you.
I grab him by the hand, and then I try and pull and like try and trip him over. I extend my foot out to hit him in the shin because I think it's just some guy on the street who's taking the mick and taking advantage of a drunk guy.
Sure. Well, you're probably skilled enough that he wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Because another thing I should mention as well is that it's not really something you pick up on from appearance, but something that anybody who knows him knows is that he doesn't drink anymore. He finally managed to kick the habit of drinking about a few months ago, and he's still like struggling with it, but he's deliberately not drinking. However, he's found that people anticipate him less if they think he is drunk. And so he keeps up the act of being as drunk as he's always been. He knows how he spent a lifetime doing it. He knows exactly what it looks like to be drunk, and so he can be a little sharper. He can watch for things. He can keep himself safe, and he can find out how to steal food and things if people underestimate him. But he isn't actually drinking as much anymore. He's definitely trying to not drink at all, and he's falling off the wagon time to time.
So you trip this guy. He lands next to you, and he actually smiles back, and he says, "Impressive."
Just leave me alone. I don't want to fight. And I start to stand up and grab my staff.
I've been sent from Zinok. Come on, get up. He wants to talk to you.
The pretense drops just for a second. What does he want?
He wants to give you a second chance, although why, I have no idea.
There's a good like minute of him just standing there, not sure whether he wants the second chance or he thinks he deserves it. He eventually just kind of takes the easy path of just following.
So, it takes a while to get across town, and you find yourself again in Zinok's office. You haven't been here for 5 years. It is only Zinok there. It is in the afternoon. Zinok, as usual, is dressed in his black silk with the posture, this kind of steel rod down his spine posture. And he says, "Pongo, welcome.
Zinok.
I have a second chance for you. It is my job to keep an eye on people, and I've kept an eye on you. My daughter I'm about to give my daughter a mission. It's the first mission I've given her. She doesn't know this, but I'm not sure if she actually is up to it. It's in the Stern Ward. I know that you frequent the gutters there. And all I ask of you, I can get you a few coins to get you off the streets. All I ask is that you watch out for her. She's got one of her distant cousins with her, and the two of them squabble like children. I think they'll be so distracted. If anything goes wrong, I want someone else that no one else will suspect to be there to maybe help them out. You and I have gotten on in the past. Are you interested?
I can watch. It's the least I can do for you.
Fine. Good. I have a bad feeling. He steps closer to you and says, I'm hearing whispers about the owlbear cub that they're escorting. Strange whispers. The mission on the surface is very simple: to take the owlbear from a safe house to my client's boat at the wharves to meet there at dawn. But there's some disturbing rumors about the Huranas family expressing some interest in this owlbear. Look, if any problems do come up, what I suggest you do is try to take them to do you know how there's this new embassy, how the Orc Kingdom from the south have just set up a new embassy? You familiar with this?
Yeah, I know it.
Okay. If there's any trouble, please take them there. It's basically a small fortress. Take them there.
The Orc Embassy, would they have them?
The ambassador, believe it or not, has some blood relations to me.
Right.
Take them there. She owes me a favor. Take them there, and then return to me, and then I will then send some reinforcements to them.
Is Oakenson involved then if this owlbear is being smuggled?
Is who, sorry?
Oakenson. Yeah, Yavik, you know him. He's a smuggler, uses barrels.
Not as far as I know. No, not as far as I know.
Right. Maybe he knows something.
Maybe.
All right. Where's your daughter going to be setting off from?
He gives you the address of the safe house is being at the back of Granny Gull's.
Granny Gull's. And what was the name of that family you're expecting trouble from?
Hudernos. The Hudernos family. They control the wharf.
Right.
But
I think I've had dealings with them.
I'm also hearing some really aggressive moves are happening from the Greyfell family, the Greyfall family.
What are the Greyfalls involved with?
Well, the Greyfalls are usually, they do, larceny and...
Yeah, they're thieves.
Thieves. But they've been trying to sidle their way into the Stern area. So, yeah, just be on your guard.
Right. I'm trying to force their way in. All right. This owlbear, it's needed alive. What is it? What's the point? Why?
My client wants the owlbear delivered by dawn. I don't ask any other questions.
Understood.
It's to be alive.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on them. This friend of yours, the friend of your daughter's, this cousin or something. What does he look like?
He has elvish blood as well. He comes from lands to the east. He has the kind of mid-tone brown skin of those islands.
Yeah.
He carries a lot of weapons. He kind
Carries
of
weapons.
bristles with them, to be honest.
All right.
Scars.
How's your daughter looking these days? She good? She doing all right?
She's looking fine. Let's see if she amounts to anything, shall we?
Fear.
All right. Change of scene.
Dum dum.
Change of scene. It is now a number of hours later. You guys have just left the fallen Darrigan behind.
No.
And you're running across a road. On the other side of the road, there's an alleyway, and there's an old man, Pongo.
Oh.
On the other side, in the alleyway, on the other side, has just said, "Come with me."
This way! Leave him! Leave him! It's not important! He dies or we all die! Move!
Let's go.
No. I remember. Dahlia gets dragged by Tumau.
Yup.
And you run across the street.
We run.
Is that Tumau still in two minds? Is like he's looking behind, but he knows that if they don't get away, and then they might be in more trouble. So he follows. He goes, just come along. He goes,
You run across the road to the alleyway. Now, a strange thing happens as you enter the alleyway. The Yugi, the owlbear, clutching on
To
Dahlia, and goes and starts, kind of moaning and crying out to you, and this feeling of warmth kind of bubbles out.
Ooh.
And you'll see in the corner here, it says Inspire 12, 2,700. That means that's 12 inspirations that our audience have given you.
Man,
So
that's amazing.
All three of you have 4 inspirations.
More inspiration series, yeah boy.
Let's
All right,
go.
And 5 lots
Thank you.
of temporary. No. Yes, 5 lots of temporary hit points.
Oh wow.
And the inspirations in this game are like just an advantage.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You announce it before you roll.
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
We're lenient, to be honest,
We're lenient.
Rob. You can roll.
If I roll in my, maybe I want advantage in it.
Yeah. And the boost of kind of life energy infuses into Dahlia, Tumau, 20 extra temporary hit points.
Woo!
Leg.
And Pongo, 10 temporary hit points.
Oh, yeah, boy.
And another wave just came through as more boost came in. So
coming.
actually,
So
Pongo,
inspired.
20 temporary hit points for you.
20.
Yeah, boy, you've just more than doubled my actual hit points.
I'm like invincible.
Oh my god.
Hey, you guys, you go into the alley. Behind you, there are streets. There's a street right behind you.
Yes.
And if you remember, I said the roof tops of the street on the other side, a whole bunch of archers had lined up in the shadows, silhouetted, and they fire. 6 arrows shoot as you.
Vahid's like, we're gonna get rid of those temporary hit points.
Thank you, audience, for giving us some hit points. We're gonna lose them now.
There you go.
Dahlia, you're at the rear,
Yes.
which means of the 6, you take 3 shots.
All right. All right.
Tumau, you get 2 shots, and Pongo, only 1 shot comes for you.
Okay.
Okay, so Dahlia, here come 3 shots for you. 3 arrows go through the night. 1 is a 7.
Miss.
1 is a 14.
Miss.
1 is a 21.
Hits.
And oh my goodness, 3 hit points damage.
Woo! So she's like doing the classic way of just like drawing an S with her running, and she misses the first one, misses the second one, and she kind of just, she didn't expect the third one coming. So I was like, I thought I was only gonna get 2.
Tumau.
Okay.
Tumau.
Yes.
16
Miss.
and a 8.
Miss.
Oh, you're up.
Is that your AC?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pongo, 1 shot for you. You.
Oh, sorry. This is. No.
Your AC is 15,
I'm
buddy.
not 15. I got hit. Sorry,
You
my bad.
got
I was looking
hit
at the wrong thing.
Like,
Take 5 hit points.
Oh, Tumau like dodged the first one and then he's right in the back of the shoulder. 6.
Pongo,
Yes,
16 to hit you.
16 just hits. That's my armor class.
ooh.
Pongo, you take 5.
Pongo used to be able to do, when he was in his prime, he used to be able to do a thing called deflect missiles. So he feels the whistling of the. It's been a while since someone's shot an arrow at him. So he whips around and tries to grab it, and we see like the camera sort of like shows as it looks like he's grabbed it, and then it kind of zooms out a little bit, and it's just sticking out of his shoulder, and he goes. Ow! That's ow! Turning. Ow! Let's go down in the alleyway. Ow!
Nice.
Yeah, right there.
Pongo, what's your plan, Pongo? You're at the front.
All right. I am running down the alleyway and round a corner as soon as I can, just to get break line of sight to the archers as soon as possible. My intention is just run. We can't stop until we're able to stop and talk about this thing. I work for your dad. Just come. You gotta follow me. I can get you somewhere safe. And I'm gonna lead them winding as much as possible, staying off of main roads, staying off of big alleyways, as narrow alleyways and as short alleyways as I can
Okay,
to
thank
break line of sight.
Dahlia.
Dahlia doesn't know whether to trust that word of like, oh, I work for your dad, because everyone can just say that. But she.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But she's still gonna run. Not exactly to be like, oh, I'll follow you, but she's ready to. Yeah, she's just running like the wind.
Tumau.
Tumau is like following this old man, and he's quite surprised at how nimble, is that the word?
Yeah.
He is, and he's just trying to think in his head, why am I following this old man into the dark alleyways? We should be heading away. He could have a knife, so he's on alert, but he's also following through.
Okay.
Because he's leading him out of danger.
In that case, I'd like you to make a perception roll, please.
17.
Plus some, right?
Plus the perception of plus 4. 21.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay, nice. Hey, so this is. So we now go into chase scene mode.
All right,
No.
let's go again.
Yeah, boy.
As behind you, 4 of the archers drop down off the rooftop, land, and one of them with a red mask says, one of the archers on the rooftops with a red mask says, "Catch them. Owlbear must be alive." So 4 of them drop down and start pursuing. So we enter chase mode.
Let's go.
Okay, so how this works, if you haven't done a chase with us before, you get 5 free turns plus your constitution modifier. Free turns before you have to start making rolls.
Yup.
Okay?
So I've got
So that
rounds.
means you get 7 rounds for Dahlia.
6 rounds for Tumau.
Yep.
Tumau gets 6. And how many do you get, Pongo?
6.
6 as well for Pongo. Okay. Rob, roll a 20-sided dice for me, please, and we'll see if there's any obstacles.
6.
A 6. Okay. The first one is as you go around the corner, the corridor, the alleyway itself, just narrows really close, and you guys suddenly have to kind of angle your way through. So this requires acrobatics roll. But I just want to tell you something. A house rule that I've decided.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I've decided that for Tumau, being an urban ranger,
Yeah.
and the streets are your favorite terrain,
Yeah, nice.
I'm gonna say anything that is physical, like strength or athletics or acrobatics, are at advantage for you.
Wow.
Nice.
Only in the urban areas.
Only in the urban areas.
Which is
You
everywhere
put him
right
in
now.
a forest, he's like, oh God, what is this?
In that way.
Okay, narrow corridors, go for it.
Okay.
Woo! Maybe it's just because of, oh actually, haha, inspiration.
Yes.
Oh yeah, inspiration.
Oh, that's not any
Right,
better.
worse.
What was it,
11.
acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. 9 plus 5. 14.
14.
13?
13. What'd you get, Rob?
11.
Okay.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, Rob, Pongo gets kind of left behind.
Oh no.
Yeah, through here. Come on, move.
The people behind you, the 4 behind you. 1, 2, 3. One of them gets left behind, but Pongo and Dahlia, because you are monks, you're faster. So you actually get to go an extra 10 feet forward anyway. So
Yeah.
after Pongo
40-foot move
stumbles,
speed.
and you can
Oh.
after Pongo stumbles, you somehow manage to catch back up.
Yeah, I think I get to this corner. I know that there's a real narrow thing because I've used it to escape from people who beat the crap out of me on the street for fun. And so I've used this thing before because it narrows and it's only just big enough for me. So I get down there and then I deliberately stop and allow people to get through. Come on, move, knowing that I'm faster on my feet and I can catch up.
Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Come on, move. And then I can catch up with my faster move speed.
Excellent. So you guys have actually done pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're 40 away. If you get 60 away, you're free.
Okay, alright.
Okay, next round. Who's rolling the 20-sided die this time?
I will.
Reylene?
It's a 17.
17, nothing.
Yes!
Which means the monks
move.
ahead again.
1, 2.
I'm gonna opt to not move ahead.
Ooh.
I'm gonna keep behind the others because I've got to get them ahead.
Alright.
And you hear
I'll still level with what's his chops? What's his name? Mao.
Tumau.
Tumau.
Hey, Dahlia, Tumau, Pongo. You hear from the people chasing behind, one of them, a female voice, says, Dahlia!
What the frick? Dahlia hears it and a shiver runs up her spine and into her ears and it's prickly and she doesn't like it. Does it sound familiar to her, like she's heard this before?
I will allow a base intelligence roll. I don't know what the heck.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh!
Oh.
Tumo's like, friends of yours? As he's running.
It is a voice from somewhere in your past.
Yes, a memory comes to mind. Not really, actually. She just knows it's bad juju, you know? So she looks back at you and she says, keep up, will ya? Go on.
Round 3, Tumau.
So, Oh, advantage, right? At advantage.
No, it's all right. It's just the
This is to
obstacle.
see what obstacle you get. 5. Oh, I love 5. Okay, you guys come around the corner out of this narrow confines, right into a drunken brawl.
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
Yes, my time to shine. Let's do this.
Let's go, dudes.
I'm going to say,
I think this is my favorite terrain.
I think that Rob, because of your background, you should definitely have advantage on this. So I'm going to allow
full-on brawl.
either. So you come in, and what's happening is there's these two guys who clearly take an exception to each other.
Yep.
One of them's got like the lid of a crate
Wow.
and is kind of swinging it, drunken. Another guy's just kind of fisticuffing, and around there's a group of people that are just egging them on. It's like two, they just want to see something exciting. So what you need to do is you need to either make a charisma skill and justify it, or a very high acrobatics roll to get through them and past them without
All right,
getting
okay.
walloped.
Walloped.
Okay.
What are you going to choose?
I'm gonna go for acrobatics. So I'm gonna do some flips and some slides.
You need a 14.
I got an 18.
Boomba!
Plus 5.
What are you doing, Ronnie? Acrobatics or charisma thing?
Whatever you're better at.
I suck at charisma. I'm going to try acrobatics. 14?
Is what you needed!
Yes!
Yeah!
Okay, and Pongo.
I have a +5 acrobatics, so I've used it for twice for both of the last things with advantage from the inspirations that we were given, and
Yay.
the highest number on 4 dice now has been a 6. So apparently he is really out of it. So with a +5, that's an 11, which is not enough. So I try and acrobatics my way through, but my staff is too cumbersome, and I'm a little bit unsure on my feet.
And the wooden crate connects with your face.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh! You take 4 hit points and you fall back by 10 feet.
Can Tumau slide right between the two drunks as he's as in he's just does this real cool kind of slide underneath and kind of looks at. I almost just want to push the tray into his face.
As you're sliding down from underneath them, Dahlia has done a massive run up, and she does a giant forward flip over them. So it's like a little whoo.
On either side.
Yeah. And they're here.
Tumau sees it and show off.
They're get better at it then.
I get smacked and I go, "Damn it, Georgie! What are you? Stop using weapons all the time! You never hit the person you're after, you stupid idiot!" Anyway, what are you aiming for his head for with a bloody crate? Seb's got a dodgy knee. You should know that. And I just kick Seb in his knee.
Yeah. And he says, "Thanks, Pongo." And
God damn it, Georgie! And I just can't stumble past him. No.
and you guys leave. Now the thieves behind you come around the corner and enter the drunken brawl.
Yes, and they get.
One of them says, seems to have some kind of commanding presence, says, "Get out of the way, fools!" And 2 blades come out, and they go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" And she gets past.
Oh.
The others do not. And now there's just one with 2 blades, which has definitely gotten a little bit closer to Pongo.
Uh-oh.
That's round 3. Round 4, over to you, Rob. Roll a 20-sided dice for an obstacle.
Here we go. 16.
Nothing, which means that
I can
monks
speed up a bit.
get away a bit.
2?
Yeah. As Dahlia hears this hissing voice from this 2-bladed woman, she just can't help but feel very some prickles are coming in the back of her, on her back and on her spine and everything. The hairs on her neck just stand up and are sharp, and so all she wants, her instinct is just to keep running, and she speeds up a little more.
You reckon it's someone from training days.
Oh dear God, no.
Next roll, Reylene. Roll number. This is round 5.
Oh, it's an 8.
8. Oh my goodness!
Oh.
We go straight from a brawl into a belly dancing circle. Oh my goodness! It's obviously party night.
Nice.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's going down in this part of the town.
Let's have some party music for us. There's some buskers belly dancing, and they're really moving those hips. The isolation
Oh, it's crazy, right?
is incredible.
Shakira moments.
Can you sing like Shakira? Anyway.
Okay.
All right, so it's a belly dance circle.
Yup.
And so there's a thick line of people.
Yep.
And what's happening is people enter the circle, do a belly dance across it, and then the next person, you know how like in dance circles?
Yes,
Right?
yes.
You go in and you do your moves?
Yeah.
All right, so I want you to all petition to me how you want to get across this.
Okay.
You can go wild. We'll hear you first. Pongo, what do you want to do
Let's
to
go,
try to get
Pongo.
across this?
Let's see. What am I gonna do? I am going to do a. I'm gonna do a performance check. Can I petition to make it a dexterity-based performance check, given that it is
A dance.
dexterity dancing?
You gonna bust out some moves?
I am. I'm gonna dance my way across it.
Okay, bust those moves out. Actually,
All right.
Dahlia, we need to roll Dahlia first because she's at the first. Like, what
Oh
do you
yes.
do,
All
Dahlia?
right. Well, Dahlia doesn't think that she can dance, but she can be quite like she's got training in gymnastics and such. So she's gonna do, her casual, she's gonna do some pirouettes in there in the middle, and then like kind of leap out, do like a leap into like a floor roll, and then like leave with Yuki in her arms, and she's
And
gonna.
Yugi's like the rhythmic gymnastic apparatus.
Yeah,
right?
she's gonna throw Yuki in the air. She's gonna do a couple pirouettes and then like drop her, and she's gonna use inspiration.
You can do this performance with you're adding your dexterity onto it.
Ooh, nope, I'm still using inspiration, and that's all. Ooh, 10.
10. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, no, performance or can I use acrobatics?
You want to use acrobatics? Go ahead. That's fine.
Then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12. That is exactly what you needed.
Oh, thank goodness. She almost dropped Yugi, but she catches it and like makes it feel like it's part of the performance, and she's like spinning with Yugi, like, one of those happy movies where like, I can't see me love. Just spinning around.
Where the camera's like spinning with you.
Yeah.
And Yugi shares some words with you as well. He joins in. Okay, Pongo, you're next.
All right.
Do that dance.
I'm making it
for
a
us.
dexterity dance, and as I go, I'm trying to get the crowd to like fall in behind me as much as I can. If I nail this, that's what I'm intending on doing. Getting the crowd to make even more tight space. Not great. No, 10.
Oh my goodness, you are clearly.
That was a 7 on the dice.
Oh, watch your dice.
Dude.
But biggest number I've rolled today was a 16, just to decide what obstacle there was.
Brilliant. Well, the moral of the story is that you flop.
Oh.
Ow!
Oh no, stink one.
No.
Tumau.
No.
Tumau, imbued by the music. He actually comes from a place where music is part of their culture, so he just can't help himself, and he gets entranced by the music, and he just wants to go, oh. And he's gonna do a double flip, like he's gonna go flip, 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 and then backwards flip and straight into the middle. Gives a little cheeky look at one of the belly dancers, spins her around, and then flips back again and heads towards where Dahlia is, hoping that Dahlia saw my epicness as he was flipping.
Well, I hope you get a good roll after that incredibly detailed.
Did we all roll a 7 in this turn?
7 plus 5 acrobatics, can I?
+5, yeah.
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
5.
Your
Yes,
athletics
12.
is in. Yours
Oh, acrobatics, sorry.
Oh, acrobatics.
12. He makes it.
Yeah. And along the way, somehow he got like a flower and it's in his mouth.
Oh yeah,
and he's
baby.
Like, and then he turns, sees Dahlia and goes, did you see that?
Dahlia, as they're running, Dahlia's like, oh, this reminds me of that time in that family reunion where you totally flopped in front of that girl. It's just like,
It never happened.
I mean, the portrait says otherwise.
Hey guys,
Yo.
the bad news is that they all do well. Okay.
Belly dancing? Because I want you to describe that.
Yes.
Okay,
You want
okay.
to describe this?
Did these bad guys that are chasing us with knives out stop to do belly dancing?
They did not, in fact, stop to do belly dancing. They just used pure fear and intimidation, pulled out weapons, and behind you, as you guys have left the belly dance circle and have gone down the streets, you hear them crying out in panic and screams as people are fleeing from them with their blades drawn.
Wow.
When all you've got to hammer, right?
That's right. Round 6, which is the final free round for Pongo and Tumau. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dahlia, you are far enough away that you could safely hide and be free of them, but your buddies are not.
Dahlia's just gonna keep running.
Keep running?
Yeah,
Okay.
taking the lead.
Just like I'm out. I'm taking it.
Well, I have to save my cousin's ass, I guess, so she's just running.
I do need your help.
Tumau, roll an obstacle roll. 20-sided dice.
Is it a 7?
Another 7.
Another 7.
So we've got a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, coming around the corner, there's one, this is a really busy part of town, right? You know, you had the bar.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Dancing.
Yeah. And you come across a monkey peddler who's got a monkey and he's doing juggling and with a monkey assisting. Right?
Yep.
And the monkey, as you guys come past, the monkey tries to engage with you guys and jump on you.
What's he juggling?
So he's got a bunch of oranges.
Oranges, cool.
And passes to the monkey. The monkey does little flips, but then as you go past, in turn, the monkey tries to get on you. So animal handling roll.
All right, animal handling roll. Ooh, an animal handling. That's a 21.
Oh.
So Dahlia, as she runs past, she like catches so she's already got Yugi on her shoulders, like, and then the monkey comes into the air, and then Dahlia like catches it with a hand and like does a little spin and throws the monkey back to the owner, and just like whoop,
That's how animal handling works, everybody. Reylene, the animal handler.
She handled it.
Please don't apply for a job at the zoo.
Quite literally.
Like, here's what a 21 animal handling looks like. Yeet the monkey!
Hey, you do so well that I am going to say that you other guys succeed automatically.
Really?
Hey.
Oh.
You're welcome.
And you get further away. By the time the other guys get there, I think the obstacle is gone. But you are so close. If you get away one more round, you will have gotten away from them. Okay. This is our 7th round, which means that Pongo and Tumau, you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, that's right.
To be able to
get away clean.
Not
to dash.
Yes. Constitute. What?
12.
Yep. Fine.
16.
Fine. You guys are all fine. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Yes. No, don't say that.
Behind you, 3 of them. Stop.
Naked.
Their hands
too fast.
On their
Should have done more cardio.
The woman with the 2 blades is the only one still there.
Oh God,
your friend.
Who the heck?
Rob, roll obstacle.
Obstacle 13.
13. Nothing.
Yeah.
Which means you guys get far enough away that you are completely out of vision from any of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
And can hide or continue running, or to your heart's content, you've got a full round of them not being able to see you at all. What you doing, guys?
Dahlia, who's at the lead, skids on the street and skids a corner and like just goes up against in the shadows of the alleyway, and puts a hand over Yugi's mouth.
Beak.
And just like, shh, this is her animal handling. And just like, yeah. And who knows if the others find her.
Okay, you hide.
Yep.
Tumau just wants to. Where are you going, old man?
I will shout back if I'm good. I'll shout. There's a tavern called the Larkin's Harpoon. I think you'll be able to house us.
We're going to a tavern? We went all this way to go to a tavern?
Shut up! Just do! Go!
Excellent, thank you. Hey, so I'm going to quickly amalgamate what happens. So, you guys hide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hide. Mm-hmm. You guys have this short conversation.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that you're hiding, and then the thieves run past you.
idiots.
And you are safe.
Yes.
A successful fleeing.
Oh, we did it.
The last chase scene wasn't successful
No,
at
it wasn't.
all.
Ugh.
No drama's enough, Swan.
Okay, so you're on. What are you guys doing?
I reach down and grab a wineskin off of my my belt. That is, it reeks of alcohol. It's like it stinks of it. Like the soft leather of the outside of the wineskin has just been soaked in it for years, it seems. And I just take a big hearty swig from it. Do you want any? Have you got water?
Who's the drunk? But Dahlia, as she looks to Tumau, she then hits Tumau and says, "Why'd you make me leave Dargan behind?
I told you. He was telling us to
Who
follow
are you?"
him.
And then Dahlia gets out her quarterstaff that unfolds and like points it at Pongo.
This guy.
That guy.
And you recognize him from 5 years ago.
As she looks at him in his face, through those saggy skin bits and, balding and no teeth.
And skin bits.
Skin bits.
Saggy skin bits.
I couldn't think of the word in English.
Skin bits. It's perfect. It's perfect.
So she and her eyes and her eyebrows soften. Oh, what are you doing here?
So you know the drunk?
Hey, it's been a while.
He used to work for my father. Oh, I guess
Yeah.
you weren't lying earlier.
No. Look, your father asked me to step in again temporarily. I've been watching you.
So not only do I have someone annoying on this mission, but you also got a babysitter.
All right, I don't think he's babysitting me. I'm an adult.
So her father told you to look out for her. Is that right?
His father not trust me. Oh my God.
You got a babysitter.
It's not a case of trust. It's just you've seen what the city's like. There's people here you don't know. It's not trust. It's just youth. You don't have the experience of knowing what to expect.
Oh,
That's all.
Dahlia is speechless. She's taken aback. She's offended.
Look, up to this point, you've been doing fine. I didn't have to step in, but then your friend went down, and you would have died without running.
It's true.
I could have fully run and just kept going and still been fine. I didn't need someone else to tell me to run.
No,
I know how to run.
That's not. But it did seem like you needed this guy to drag you away from your dead friend. Otherwise, you would have been next. You would have been lying on top of him, wouldn't you?
Well, because I didn't want to leave someone dead behind, and she.
Exactly, and that's what I'm here for. You don't leave someone behind after they're a lost cause. That's exactly what your father made me look out for you for.
I know not to leave someone behind. I've made that mistake before. I wasn't going to do it again, but then this idiot, and she pushes
I wanted to
Tumau.
leave her behind ages ago, but I kind of like this guy.
You know what? I'm going to leave you behind right now. We've got,
Look, stop
we've
it.
got the owlbear
Shut
right
up. They're going to be coming back. Any second, they'll be back. We need to move. There's a tavern I know around here. It's called Larkin's. He runs a fighting pit underground. If we can get there and hide out, maybe he makes me work for a bit. It's fine. It's what I do, but he puts us up. All right. He's a good fella. I know him. If he puts us up for a bit until these guys have left, till they've at least left this district, then we can move on.
Do you trust him?
I trust him as long as I'm earning him money, which is why I say there's a chance he makes me fight. I don't know.
Well, how should I trust you? Last I heard that you just kind of disappeared from the monastery. Where have you been for the past 5 years?
I got what I needed from the training there. That's all, and we were going different directions.
Dahlia is suspicious.
So we'll say, hey, listen, what was your name again?
Pongo,
Pongo.
what was yours, friend?
Idiot. His name's Idiot, and you'll only refer to him to that.
Never mind her. She's a bit jealous of growing up. I've always been a lot better at things than her. But you can call me Mo. People call me Tumau, but Mo for short.
Or Idiot.
No, or idiot. All right. And I know you, Dahlia. So, who's this one?
Pointing
point
to
out to the
Yugi.
Oh,
yeah.
it's well, obviously it's an owlbear. Like it's
It's not got a name.
oh, well, we've kind of called it Yugi. Well,
Oh,
yeah, apparently it's called Yugi. Hello, little buddy. And she's just like, it's like this panda-sized owlbear on her back, and she's like kind of bouncing in. We really need to keep this safe. I don't know how much of our commission you know, but we need to bring it to the docks by dawn.
I can get you there, yeah. Or I can get you somewhere that is safer. I don't know if I can get you all the way, but I know this area. Then I can get you to an embassy that'll look after you. Look, we need to move. It's this way. Larkins is this way. And I set off out of our little hiding hole in the other direction, then the guards ran.
Nice.
Okay. Yugi, as you head off, Yugi kind of puts his arms around you more and snuggles into you,
All right.
and with his beak kind of just peeks at your cheek,
Oh, that kind of tickles.
tickles in a kind of slightly painful way,
Hurts. I don't know if I like that.
and change of scene. And you find yourself outside Larkin's Harpoon. Larkin's Harpoon is a very
Harpoon.
well-established tavern in the Stern Ward. Yep, okay, Pongo, you're leading the way. Go for it. You're outside
Yeah.
at the moment. They're doing a roaring trade. It's about kind of 10 at night, maybe 11 at night, something like that. They're still.
I walk over to a burly human woman and say, "You're right, Sally. Look, is Larkin in?"
She says, hello, Pongo. Yeah, he's down below in the pits.
How's business? Is it a good night? Are we gonna is the fight on?
And you can hear from somewhere below a muffled roar, cheering and roaring, which answers your question without her having to say anything at all.
Right. All right. Can I just they're with me, these ones.
Okay.
And I'm not pointing like even that close to them.
Yep. Entry fees, 2 copper.
All right. Yeah, I got the pat my pockets, I pat my coat pockets, pat my other coat pockets, and pat my other things. There's like a big bag that hangs off of my my belt. You can see that. It's kind of like a big, and it kind of jingles. Well, not jingles. It clacks and clatters. And I'm patting that, and there's nothing there. Pat and pat and pat, and it gets awkwardly long of me just patting myself. for
Tumau pulls
coins.
out. Does he have coins on
Yeah,
him?
you were
Yeah,
given at
we
the
were
beginning of the mission. You were
Yep.
each given a bag.
Tumau pulls out a coin that suffices for 3 of them to
Yep.
enter. And
Okay.
yeah, I got you. It's all right.
Oh, thanks, Mo. We're good to go down. No, just stumble past and into the bar.
So, the tavern that you're in, Larkin's Harpoon, is a scuzzy place. It is smells like the beer hasn't been mopped off the floor in a very long time.
Please tell me that's not your breath. And he looks over at Dahlia.
Well, tell me it's not your farts.
It's not.
Smells awfully like it.
So the tavern itself there aren't a lot of people up here sitting. There aren't very many people, but she pulls back there's a rug on the floor, and she grabs it, and the rug's attached to a large false trap door, pulls it open, and there are some wide stairs leading downstairs, and as she does it, the thick wood of this trap door, as she pulls up, This is why, it's probably why she's so strong. You heard him describe her as this burly woman. And the sound of whatever's going on downstairs just suddenly gets louder with and she beckons for you to go down the stairs.
This isn't the docks. This is nowhere near the docks. Oh my god, I'm gonna fail my mission again.
Look, shut up. You're gonna be fine. I won't let you fail the mission again. Whatever mission that is. This is a place where we can stay until the guards are not looking. Not the guards. Those ones are not looking for us. The Greyfall. We'll be fine here for just a little while.
Is there some way we can make an owlbear less owlbeary?
He'll fit in downstairs. Trust me.
Pongo starts walking down the stairs as you're talking.
Oh, God, all right.
You guys both would have noticed as well that Pongo, about 50 yards before this pub, just suddenly got drunk. Like, he was walking and talking fine with you, and then, like, right before he got to this pub and approached Sally, he suddenly is like...
Was he drunk?
Whatever he was drinking from hit him really hard all of a sudden, or what?
Was he drunk before?
Not that I know of.
Oh, well, we'll just go down there, and hopefully people won't question the giant owlbear on my back.
And Tumau's trying to look for something like a cloth of some sort, or like
you got a cloak
right.
or
cloak.
something.
Yep, and cloak, and he just puts it over.
Okay.
And Dahlia puts up her mask as well from her shirt, from her cloak.
Ooh, yes.
So she's not as recognizable, and she puts up her cloak, her hoodie as well.
And then you've got this big owl bear who's kind of doing this with its claws and kind of pushing the thing aside and reaching its head around, looking with its big eyes.
Dahlia starts trying to coo, is that the word? Coo, it's okay, and tries to calm it down and see if it kind of relaxes, and they're getting acquainted. So I'm just hoping that it just doesn't move too much, and that I can make it look like a child or something.
Wonderful. Well, that's going to be very difficult. Anyway, if we need to make a roll, we'll make it when we get there.
Follow through.
Going down the stairs, okay, you get down into the basement area, which is bigger than the tavern upstairs.
Wow.
There's a large square elevated boxing rink kind of thing. It's 30 feet square. And at the moment there's a brawl happening in the middle, and on the four sides of this square boxing ring there are stands. Not seats, stands that are on layers, and people are shouting, and there are a couple of bookies that are walking around taking bets from people and scribbling notes in a little book. The people in the middle of the arena, they look like, ragtag people from the street. Looks like two friends fighting two friends. It doesn't look anything particularly glamorous or at all.
Hey, Bobo, how's it going, mate? Oh, mate, you look messed up. What happened to you? Who was that one? Gonzo. You went up against Gonzo, you stupid idiot. Where's Larkin about? Is he in?
Larkin's just on the other side.
All right, mate. You have a good one.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Good to see you, Pongo. You gonna get in there tonight?
Maybe if he wants me. I don't know. I need some coins.
Yeah, well, it's been a good night tonight. We could use something interesting. You go talk to him. We'd love to see you in there, buddy.
Yeah, mate. I'm feeling good tonight. You bet on me this time.
Oh yeah.
Dahlia leans over to where Tumau is and just says under her breath, "Did we really just follow a drunken brawl fight?"
Tumau doesn't say anything, but he nods gently, and then he just gazes over to where Pongo is and just he wants to keep as unseen by the other crowd because he recognizes a few familiar faces from the underground, and so he's just trying to keep a low profile and says, just trying to move quietly through the crowd.
All right, you didn't need to
doing a
tell me
rousing
that. I'm not that. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, she's the person with a giant back thingy.
It's the job.
Giant.
Well, you carry it then.
Okay then, hunchback. I'm not your arm.
Oh my god, that's so ableist.
And then so he's just, and it's just like Tumau just walks like behind the crowd, wherever the crowd is. He's just like walking through it and just trying to usher this one through.
Okay.
And following Pongo as best as he can.
Vahid, is this place on the level when it comes to betting, or does Larkin ever like arrange for dives and things? Is there like
He is not above making it financially more viable for him by bending the
arranging
odds.
things? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Pongo, one of the things about him being drunk or pretending to be is that he has the observant feat, which allows him to read lips from a distance. And so I think one of the things he likes to do in a big, loud place like this where everybody's shouting, making bets, he likes to pretend to be drunk, get close enough that he can read Larkin's lips when he's talking to whoever it is that's making a bet. And then he knows, like, oh, he's asked so-and-so to go down in the third round or whatever, and then he uses that to his advantage. Just not too much, just when he needs a little extra cash. And he's doing that at the moment as he's looking for Larkin. He's reading lips as he goes.
Okay, let me describe the scene a little bit more. So, you've got the square rink. There are 4 columns which are holding up the ceiling, and on outside of that rink. Yeah? Each of them has a lantern directing light into the rink, but there's shadows where the stands are. Around the outside of the stand, there are places where you can walk. Larkin is on the other side, so going around the audience with just cheering and booing and throwing things and just really getting into it. Larkin is on the other side where he is arranging the next fight. There's a passageway behind him, which Pongo, leads to the toilets and also the guard door.
Right.
Called the guard door because should the guard come in upstairs, people
That's
need
where we go.
to go to the guard door. Yeah. Okay. Yep. And so you approach. He sees you coming. Tumau and Dahlia, you are trying to be inconspicuous. So I would like you to then dazzle us with a stealth roll then.
Okay.
All right.
Dazzle away.
Stealth. What's the DC?
12 plus 5, 17.
14.
Okay, you're pretty good. It's dark and it's really dark in here already. So it's pretty easy. No one seems to have noticed you. Okay, Pongo, you get up to Larkin. He's been talking. You can tell that he's been lip reading.
Rip leaving.
He's been. You can tell through your lip reading that he's talking with someone about setting up the next fight, and they've got. And you can just tell that Larkin's really excited that this is going to be the cash fight of the night.
This is the one. Do I get the impression of like who he's favoring to win, or who he's setting up to win? Or any of that?
He's pretty sure that the person that he's talking to, who's the competitor, is going to get thrashed by his special guest.
Right. On my way to Larkin, then I'm going to just look down at the tables in the shadows to see if anybody's left any coins around, or just like if they've got a coin pouch sitting out, or if they're if somebody's counting winnings on a table or anything like that. Because I don't really have any coins on me. I just want something to ante for when I'm about to win.
All right. So you swipe some coins as you're going past. Yep. Sleight of hand. Go for it.
All right. It's a +5 with a nat 1 because that's my. Oh wait, I've still got some inspiration.
There we go.
Not about to get us kicked out immediately. Or maybe I am, because that's another nat 1. That is 2 nat 1s with an advantage. just to be driving home how I am whenever I'm a player, and I cannot roll anything. Thanks for the inspiration, everybody.
That is incredible.
With the first inspiration, with acrobatics, on a skill that I've got a +5 for, one of the things I'm good at, I got a 6 and a 2, and then I got a 6 and a 4, and now I got 2 nat 1s. All at things that I'm meant to be proficient in. The things that I've built my character around. Does this sound familiar? Remember the last guy, Chester? Remember how I built him all about being able to deceive people, and he had a plus 269 to deception, and then I rolled nothing but nat 1s at the table the whole time? Remember that?
Yeah, we remember.
We remember.
Yeah, very clear.
Hey,
So apparently, I go to swipe surreptitiously with my plus 5 sleight of hand, and I tip over the table and draw attention to myself or something.
yeah, and the orc
Oh, this guy.
grabs your hand,
Oh,
stands up.
Hey, is this one yours?
And goes and just growls "Ah!" at you. Spittle covers your face.
help me.
You gotta try brush your teeth.
This gets Larkin's attention and gets your attention as well.
Yeah, Tumau has been looking at in Pongo's direction this whole time and seen him fail miserably at trying to swindle an orc of his financial gains, and then he just kind of puts his hand in front of Dahlia and just like stay here kind of thing, and moves closer towards this interaction, as in to ready himself just in case the old man might need an extra hand or
Okay,
two.
thank you. Larkin notices this interaction, as I just mentioned before, and says, Pongo, what are you doing? Oh!
Hey, Larkin.
Larkin turns to the orc and says, don't worry about it. Chikar, this is Pongo. Pongo,
Hey,
Chikar.
Chika. This is nice. It's a pleasure, Chika. I won't. You can keep these ones. I'll have some. I think I left mine over here.
His grip on your hand is so strong, your hand is already going purple from the lack of blood.
How about just a free one, eh? There's a free one. We call it even.
Larkin says, Pongo, have you come for work? Have you?
Yeah, I've got some friends who want to stay away from people on the street for a bit. I thought if we could hide out here for just a wee bit, maybe I'll make it up to you. Maybe I'll start paying off some of that debt.
There you are, you old, So I'm so sorry, Larkin, is it?
Larkin, yeah.
Yeah, I've just been looking for this old guy. He just, you said apparently he just has a bed that we can sleep on. Yeah, have you found what you've been looking for, old man? Trying to pull him away.
Well, I certainly found it. I just like try and pull away from the hand, and it's just like my hand is stuck in concrete.
It definitely is.
This.
Larkin says, well, meet your opponent then. Chikar.
Hey.
And Chikar looks down at you. Oh my, so soft. Your skin is so soft. Says, you are going to be a red smear on the mat.
Yeah, we'll say, big boy.
Tumau steps back from this and said, "No, I'm not going to get involved in this.
You guys just chill. You guys just chill out. This is what I'll do to get. I'm earning you guys some place to lay low, all right? So that's all what I'm doing here.
No, she doesn't call out. She looks at Tumau and says, maybe we could pay them more. We've got some gold on us. Good grief.
As in place a bet?
Oh. No, just give the money straight to Larkin. Cut the middle thing.
I kind of want to see where this goes.
All right, then you go. I've got a great idea. Why don't you get in the ring?
How about...
You're always bragging about how
I've
good
got
of
another
a
great
fighter
idea. How about we keep quiet and we'll just kind of move that way a little bit and see how this old man fares with a big orc. And
you know what? It'll be pretty funny, actually.
And so as they do, we want to find like a seat.
Great.
On one of the and in between that time, actually, I'm going to put some money on this game.
How many gold pieces are you putting into it?
I'm putting 5.
Oh!
There are 4-to-1 odds in favor of the orc.
Of the orc.
Okay, 4-to-1.
Yep, and Tumau has a strange feeling that Pongo is more than what he may seem.
Right.
So he's
Not from the way I've been rolling.
on Pongo.
5 gold. Dahlia sees this and she says, well, I've never made a bet before, but I think I'll just put 2 gold on the orc. That's how it works, right?
okay, hey,
Whoever
so-
I want to win. Yeah.
Hey, so what happens is, Pongo, you and the orc are taken through to the dressing chambers to get, because he's got a whole bunch of like costume things to dress it up.
Let's watch it.
Yeah? And to get you ready, you can choose any non-bladed weapon you want. The orc, Chikar, grabs a big old club. Yeah?
Yeah. I take my coat off and I just pick up my own stuff and lock and cane.
Chikar looks at you and just shakes his head in pity at you.
It's kind of in Pongo's head. It looks like that scene from Avatar: Last Airbender, where the Earth King drops his thing,
Oh
and
my
it's like looks like that in Pongo's head. But in reality, it just kind of looks like the old man has dropped his cape and gone like that.
I love this scene. What a great visual.
Hey, meanwhile, in the arena, the losers are being dragged off the rink, and the winners are being given some coin. The bookies are exchanging money, and Larkin says, "So you guys are friends of Pongo, are you?"
Dahlia just nods. And then, then you see her eyes kind of go. She doesn't talk.
We kind of ran into him in the dark alleyway, and we decided to. And then, as Tumau was saying that, it was, just recent acquaintances.
And you see his eyes travel up to Yugi.
She tries to keep concealing Yugi. I need to find the ladies' room. Is there a toilet down here?
It's back that way. His
And-
eyes looked at Yugi and then flitted away quickly. You know, like when someone looks at something and then looks away guiltily, like they're not supposed to be looking at something?
Yes.
That kind of look.
Well, Dahlia's gonna excuse herself from the conversation and just go to the ladies' room with Yugi.
Okay,
In reality, she's trying to hide there.
so here's what we're gonna do. The drums start to beat. Okay, so the drums start to beat. And Larkin on the stage says, "We have our local boy, Pongo! Come on out, Pongo!"
Comes on the stage, just like holding his neck as if he just cricked his neck from rolling his head. Alright. I got more than 2 rounds this time, I swear it.
And all the way from the forest to the south, Chikar, the orc gladiator! From the toilets, you can hear this Buzz is shouting. Tumau, you're there, right?
Yep. Tumau's like second guessing whether he put the bit on the wrong guy. Then I was like, I think I'm going to lose my money.
Chikar jumps up, boom! He knows how to play to the crowd. He does some bicep pumps. Oh yeah, boom, boom, boom. Exactly. Gets out his club, boom, boom, boom. And that is where we will take a short break.
Oh, wow, okay.
Without battle with his hole.
Nerds with Friends. Our friends Christian and Cody do funny crack-up reviews and interviews around everything nerdish. They have it all covered: superheroes, D&D, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, all of it. And in the last week, they finally got into Magic the Gathering, opened some booster packs, and had some fun. Head to their YouTube and hit them with a like and subscribe and leave comments. You can tune into their podcast everywhere you listen to podcasts. Check them out. They're wonderful.
A new god, a dead king, and a world of consequences. Welcome to Seasons of Skyrend. I am your host and DM, Scott. Join our D&D adventures every week as we explore the world of Skyrend. We focus on the stories of our characters as they come to grips with their impact on the world and uncover secrets long since hidden. The machinations of gods and governments loom large against our party, but the only way to know what comes next is to adventure on. You can join the rebellion with Seasons of Skyrend, available wherever podcasts are found, and on Twitter at Skyrend Podcast, where the story will always continue.
Are you a DM looking for advice from the best in the business, or maybe a player who's been wanting to try to run your own games? Well, How Not to DM has something for you. Each week, host Derek talks to a new guest DM from around the world about their best and worst moments behind the screen. Every DM out there has made mistakes. Mistakes are a valuable part of the learning process, and sometimes people are afraid to try new things because they don't want to mess up. But after you've learned about some of the more common DM blunders, you can go into your games knowing how to deal with them. As an added bonus, each guest shows off their skills in a mini-game with random rolls and generators. They also chat about their cool projects, including game design, podcast streams, and more. So search How Not to DM on your favorite podcast platform, or you can listen on YouTube. Tabletopped is a podcast made for and by TTRPG enthusiasts. Join Nick Perrin and guests each week as they talk about rolling dice, creating stories, designing games experiences, and forging friendships all around the gaming table. If you're new to GMing and looking for how to start, or a veteran looking how to spice up your game, this table is for you. A new episode is released every Monday wherever you get your podcasts. Fate of Ison is a long-running Kiwi RPG podcast with fans all over the world. They just finished their epic 4-year story and are starting again with new players, new characters, and hilarious new adventures. Visit fateofison.com to learn more about the show, check out fan art, and meet the players. Fate of Ison, they're awesome.
Hello. Kia ora, everyone. Welcome
Kia
back.
ora, everyone, welcome back.
Hope you enjoyed your break.
We want to say a million thanks to, look at all the cheers and subs. I just want to say big thanks to Dixon and J Spates, Sparrow, Centauri, McClover, Dixon again
yes,
in
McClover.
Pigeons, Mythical.
Myth.
How you doing, Mythical?
Myth, you myth.
Dixon again.
Damn, Dixon.
Rectum, how you doing, Rectum? I hope you're well. Nominate for the cheer. The name R-E-K-D, him.
Just the way he said.
Rectum.
Yeah, as in
Rectum.
Rectum.
Wrecked them. Okay.
Wrecked him.
Okay.
Like you're
Wrecked
wishing
him, damn near killed him.
Nominate. Did you see your art in the break that we just had? Thank you. Rectum did more cheering.
Shall wreck them.
And Dixon did another gifted sub. Oh my
Dang,
goodness.
Dixon. Hi.
Jay Spates did another gift.
Hi, Jay.
Oh, and then we had Rollstream rated us.
Rollstream.
You guys are still here. Thanks so much, Rollstream.
It's a roll stream.
McClover Engines the Stone. Thanks for the cheers. McClover, thanks for the cheers. More cheers from Dixon and more cheers from Mythical Tyrion. Brilliant! And an anonymous gifter gifted another tier, which means we have 2 more Inspires.
Get out of here.
Who needs them the most?
Give them to Rob. I think he needs them.
I'm about to die.
Snake guy.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, this guy's gonna need it in this fight.
It'll come back around. It'll swing back around. In this fight, I'll suddenly be like, bam, 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 bam. I can feel it.
All right, Rob. So you got 2 more Inspires. So
Nice.
if you've just joined us, please do hit us with the follow. It's great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us on Dice Legends, and thanks for all the fun. Iron Rations gave us another sub.
You
Iron
are
Rations.
Russians.
Yes.
All right, I can't take all of them. I've already got 3 left. How many has everybody else got?
3. What?
How many Inspires do you guys have?
I got 3
I've
Inspires
got 2
left.
left.
I got 4.
Did you not?
Well, there you go then.
Nope.
We'll
Have
take
you-
one from Ronnie's.
You haven't. You haven't.
Yeah, I got an advantage on.
Okay,
yeah.
so Raylene, you get 1 more.
Oh, I get one more. Oh,
And
thanks.
also, we had some boosts.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, I've lost track of the maths. How many boosts we gave out? We gave out three last time, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I gave out 6. 6 last time.
it
So we got
each?
2 more. 2 more boosts.
2 more.
I think Rob's gonna need them, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think. Give them to me.
I might be about to get my skull crushed in by a
Okay.
an op.
There were 2 side splitters and another opera operation.
Okay, we'll do the
Says
opera
Sarah.
operation at the end, but 2
right.
side splitters. We need 2 jokes.
Yeah, 2 jokes.
Okay.
2
All right, hit us, Rob.
Jokes.
I think I did some one-liners. All right. So I went up to Robin Hood recently, and I said, "Where do you keep your arrows?" And he said, "In a quiver." And I said, "Where do you keep your arrows?"
Nice.
Oh, great.
We did another one.
Oh yeah. If you've got another.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I went up to this guy in a quarry.
Yeah.
And I said, "That's a nice rock." And he said, "Boulder." And I said, "That's a nice rock."
Hey! Oh my goodness.
Well done.
You rock.
You
Wow.
you get that one for free, guys.
So we've finished the entries for the printable dragon competition. Have your time's closed?
No.
I'm sure our beautiful moderators will sort that out of who's going to be the winner.
Ooh.
And then we can see it at the end. I think we're ready to get into it, don't you reckon, guys?
Yeah.
Let's see Rob in action.
Are we ready?
Let's go, Pongo.
Okay, I'm covering up our.
Play the bongos for the Pongo.
Okay. Oh no! What? You know what?
Yes?
I was too busy eating food. I didn't set up our.
The arena.
nuts.
Oh man!
It's all right.
I'm-
We got you.
Absolute
Did we-
silly
did we-
goose.
Did we miss anyone with the thanks? Thank you, everybody. In case we missed anybody, thank you for the bits.
Yeah,
team.
thanks so much. It really
The
helps out
inspirations and
in
subs.
combat.
It does. Like we it also helps the channel. Like
Yeah.
you need to know that like content creators like us, we make our living through basically direct financial support from the people who like the content. So if you like it, don't forget that subscribing, giving bits, donations, finding them on Patreon, getting merchandise, and even just telling your friends about it and stuff. It's all ways that we can keep making the content that you like. So if you like Dice Legends, consider supporting them.
Yes.
Yes.
Even if you're not getting anything directly back from it, like inspiration and boosts and stuff, you should still just do it because you enjoy it.
You
Think about
love
your
us.
entertainment budget and think, I'm getting hours of content here for free. Maybe I can afford to give them a little bit. And it helps out.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Rob. All right, so we now have the stage set.
Oh wow.
Okay. We have the arena. We have the 4 things, and we have over on. You put yourself wherever you guys want to be.
I'm saying the bathroom is around here.
It is. It is. Now, all of these stands are full of people, but I'm not going to put them in there because our audience won't actually be able to tell where you guys are. It'll be just too confusing. So you're going to use theater of the mind and to imagine that all of these stands are just chock-a-block full of people.
Okay.
You ready to get into this, baby?
Let's get into it, yo.
Let's go. Let's
3, 2, 1. Boom.
Ah.
Okay. The arena. We have Pongo on one side, Chikar on the other. Pongo, you are faster than Chikar. So Pongo, what you doing, buddy?
I am going to. I'm going to turn around to the away from Chikar, and I'm going to look at the table and I'm going to be like, could I have just a little bit of just the nerves, you know? And I'm pointing down at somebody's drink. Just something for the. And I'm deliberately trying to get Chikar to like goad him to come over with me and start the fight first.
Okay.
So I'm basically taking the dodge action, and I'm gonna give him disadvantage to attack me, and I'm gonna wait for him to come to me.
So he
As I'm
lifts up his
trying to
club.
ask out-
He lifts up his club and runs towards you. Ah! And strikes at you at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. I'm a plus 16.
16. He gets a 13. A 13.
So I grab this person's drink and I'm like, oh, cheers. And then just as I'm drinking it, he comes in and swings in, and I just kind of like, I go back with the drink. I go back far enough that it overbalances me, quote unquote, and I go whoops, and I kind of slip backwards. And as I'm slipping backwards and his club comes down in front of me, whoosh, it means that my leg comes out, and I'm going to stick my legs between his legs. And then I'm going to bring down my club to sort of steady myself, and then whoosh, I'm trying to knock him backwards with my club over my legs.
Okay.
So my first attack is going to be a trip attack, essentially.
Wonderful. Before we do that, I want perception rolls from you guys, please.
Natural 1.
Whoa. 15.
Thank you. Ronnie, the action in front of you is so engaging. Okay.
Because, Dahlia is off to the side. She's not even in the stands. She's like by the toilets.
You see Larkin
Uh-huh.
go up the stairs.
Where's the stairs?
The stairs are exactly opposite you.
Okay.
He goes up the stairs, and as he goes up the stairs, you see him meet eyes with you momentarily as he goes up the stairs. Next round, run! Rob, go for it.
All right. So I'm going to try and trip him. It's a contested check.
I rolled a natural 1. He wasn't expecting it at all.
Okay, good, because I rolled a 4, but plus 5 is acrobatics, so my acrobatics is a 9 total to try and trip him.
Yeah, and that's what he needed to beat, and he does not. So he trips and he goes flying out of the arena. Boom! Smash! Right into the column there, and takes a d6 damage and whacks his face, and he comes away with blood streaming out of his nose. He is really, really annoyed. He is frustrated. Anyway, so
As I have made an attack, I'm going to use a bonus action to also make another attack then with the monk weapon. So I'm going to reach over with my staff and I'm going to go, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. And I'm going to fumble down towards him. Oh, whoops. And I'm going to reach out towards him as if I'm going to help him up. But I just forget that I have a staff in my hand, so I'm going to clock him with my staff as I go.
roll.
And hey! I was going to say I have advantage because he's prone. Don't need it because a nat 20 can't go any higher then.
Yeah.
So I'm going to crack him with my staff, which I believe is, I haven't used the quarter staff in a while. It is a d6.
D6, yeah.
A d6, and then 2d6, right? Because it's a crit.
Yep.
So that's 7 plus 3, that's 10 points of damage, bludgeoning damage to them.
Excellent.
Oh, sorry, mate. You all right? Come back into the ring. It's not very fair.
And are you just standing there on the edge, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just standing there on the edge.
Well, he jumps back in, goes around, and because he's a showman, he tries to grab you and throw you kind of like the Hulk does
Hulk
to
and
Loki.
Loki.
To Loki,
Yeah,
right?
Loki.
Boosh, because you're just a small guy. He can easily do this, and he grabs you. Oh, he gets a 17.
Am I rolling to contest?
What did you do? So this is the second round.
Yeah. Am I rolling to contest it? Is it a contested thing that I'm doing?
It's a grapple. Yep, go for it.
Yeah, grapple check, that is a 23.
It's coming out now.
He's
Yeah, warming up now.
a look of confusion, interest in his face.
grabs me, and I just kind of slip out of it, like I slipped on my ankle and kind of rolled it a little, which gave me sudden dead weight that he wasn't expecting, and I broke his grapple on my arm. Whoops.
Okay, and round. He's just really confused. Yeah. Round 3.
During this whole thing, Dahlia, after she makes eye contact with Larkin, she wants to go to find what's her name, Tumau, and just stand next to him as if she's enjoying the thing as well. And she says, whether with or without this man, we have to get out of here. Larkin's onto us.
And then Tumau follows Dahlia's gaze to where Larkin is. Can Larkin see us?
He's just gone. You can see the last bit of his feet disappearing above.
And then he just, Tumau turns to Dahlia, but the old man's actually doing quite well.
All right, well, we have to get him out of here too if we want him. And
thank you. Where you left, where the toilets were?
Yeah.
It's beyond the toilets, down that same passageway, where the guard door is. You understand what I mean by the guard door?
No, I don't.
It is a passageway that if the guards suddenly appear above, everyone can skedaddle out
of here.
And exit. Round 3.
Sure.
Pongo.
So as I've just broken his grapple as he tried to pull me, I go down onto one knee, and my staff is positioned luckily over my other knee that's kind of propped up, and then I lever down. I put my weight onto it like as I fall backwards, which levers up the other end of the stick right between his legs. And I'm gonna crack him in the nuts. Okay. That is going to be, what's that to hit? That's a 13 to hit.
A 13 does not hit him.
13 doesn't. Oof. But I've made an attack, so I'm going to use a key point to flurry of blows and make 2 more attacks. Oof. As I miss that, it kind of like hits his thigh instead of where I was aiming for. So I'm instead going to reach up, grab his arm to sort of steady myself, and then stand up. And then as I stand up, I'm accidentally going to clock him right in the back of the sort of under the chin with the back of my head.
Yep, nice.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
15 does hit!
Woo! 15 hits. All right, that's a D4 for unarmed strike. That's going to be 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow. Well.
And then with a flurry of blows, I can do 1 more attack as part of the same bonus action. So I clock him in the chin, and I say, "Oh, sorry, mate. Are you all right?" And I'm going to reach out as if I'm going to steady him, but he's an orc, isn't he? So I'm going to grab him by the tusk. Just like as his head is going back, I just grab him by the tusk and I say, "Oh, sorry," and I kind of bring in and poof, nut him in the face.
Ouch!
Oh.
Man, the dice aren't going. Oh, I'm going to give myself the inspiration for that one because I don't want to roll a 4 on that. I'm going to roll again. Oh, nat 20. Okay, with the inspiration.
Oh my gosh.
Nat 20 instead. Drop the nut on him. That's a 4 and another 4. So that's 8 plus another 3. 11 points of bludgeoning damage as I headbutt him in the face.
Oh, well, he starts actually getting woozy already.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. We're not started yet, I kind of say to the crowd. I didn't mean.
He disengages, gets away, moves away, and goes, rah, 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 and spittle starts flowing out, and he rages.
He's gonna kamehameha me.
Boink, 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 boink. The vessels in his neck go boink, 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 pop out. And he starts raging. Guys.
Yes.
On the other side of the room, from the stairs. Feet. Red-legged feet start coming down the stairs.
Red-legged feet.
And
no, not
Vin
put it in
Diesel.
the middle of the arena just so you can see. Although he's not there yet. Big Red starts coming down with Larkin next to him. They start walking down the stairs.
Dahlia nudges Tumau and like uses her mouth to like kind of point over there. And she's like, well, this fight has to go faster or something. And she takes out a dart and she wants to go for the orc, Chikar, yeah. So she's just like, well, something needs to happen and maybe a distraction will happen as they leave. That's a 19 plus whatever things.
A dart. So, Pongo, you see a dart come out and thunk.
That's 1d4.
Plus your dex modifier.
Yep, that is 6. 6. And she starts just shuffling out, like, do-do-do. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you. Two more.
Tumau it's got his eye on the game and just wondering, how do I collect my winnings on the way out? But he does follow through because he doesn't want to be anywhere near Vin Diesel over there.
Okay, great.
So he shuffles.
Round 4, Pongo, what you doing? Sorry, Tumau, were you saying anything else?
No, not. I'm just trying to. Do you need a hand there with big old owlbear there?
No.
I can carry him.
No, what are you trying to say, that I'm not strong enough?
No, I'm just saying I can carry him. That's
You
right.
don't look like you can carry anything.
I can.
And she just keeps walking.
You keep walking, thank you. Pongo, round 4. What you doing, buddy?
Pongo goes, look, oh mate, oh god, I don't know if I'm ready to fight this guy. And as I'm like turning my attention away from him, I'm taking the ready action so that if he comes within 5 feet, I'm going to jam my stick down between his legs and try and trip him, so that as he gets to me, he falls prone.
Okay, well, now that he's raged, so you haven't basically moved from this corner the entire time.
Nope, he's not even started fighting yet as far as he's concerned. Like, he's like, oh, whoops, I didn't need to, I'm drunk.
The orc charges at you and from 10 feet away jumps up into the air with his club and brings it down on you.
Yeah, I'm going to take my ready action to try and trip him as he gets to me.
Go for it.
19 plus 5 acrobatics, so that's a 24. Unless you want it to be athletics. So
No, that's all fine. That's good. Either way, it's going to be a success. As he comes down, you trip him easily.
I'm turning away from. I'm not sure if I'm ready to fight this guy. I'm listening to thundering footsteps. I'm like analyzing it, tough style. Boom, 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 boom. As soon as he like boom, 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 he leaps in the air, so I know where he is. I just like push my hand out to gesture towards him. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for wham, and I sort of stick my staff right in his legs, trip him up.
Brilliant. Where do you want him to land?
I want him to land prone at my feet.
Right in front of you. Boom!
Yeah.
And he is down at your feet.
Oh shoot! Oh, sorry, bud. He still gets his action, so I don't know if he wants to attack me from there or.
He is. He gets the attack is at a disadvantage because he's prone, but he swings it at you anyway, and manages to get a 12.
12 will miss. Sorry. And he swings at me, and I just kind of like, poof, with my staff, right, knock it aside.
Now, a couple other things are happening in this same round. The stands that you were sitting on, people saw you throw a dart. So there's a whole bunch, basically everyone that was near you say, cheat! Hey, that woman's a cheater! And so people start getting up and making a ruckus and complaining and, you know.
Like, did you throw a dart?
Well, I just wanted it to go faster, and I wanted you to lose your money.
Yeah, in front of everybody.
Oh wait, that's
Nice
winning
one.
your money.
And
Nice one,
the other
Genius.
thing is Big Red sees you.
Snap.
Big Red doesn't care about convention. He just jumps up onto the stage and starts running towards you. He is followed by 2 thieves. Suddenly, everyone in the stands is going, what's going on? Hey, what's happening? Larkin in the background is just kind of makes himself scarce and walks back upstairs and closes the what do I call it? Trapdoor.
Trapdoor, yep.
Behind you. Sorry, there's more than just 3 of them. Okay. So that's that. That's that round. Dahlia.
Run.
Yeah. Dahlia sees that Larkin closes the trapdoor and she just rolls her eyes and like, I knew I couldn't trust this man. And now she thinks that Pongo is working with Larkin.
Fair enough.
And yeah, so she is going to flee.
And you run.
I'm gonna run for the guard door.
Okay. Tumau.
Tumau turns around, throws out a hunter's mark on Big Baldy here, and then he just draws out one of his arrows and he wants to shoot him straight in the kneecap.
Okay.
It's typical, just to slow him down and his whole entourage as well. 7 plus my bow, plus 5 is 12. And did you say 6? No.
No, that's extra D6. If you do, so you put Hunter's Mark on him.
Yep.
You don't hit him. It glances off his armor.
Sure. Okay. I don't have a counter. No.
That's your attack.
That's attack.
You can move if you want.
And then Tumau wants to see if he can is there something that he can put in between him and. Nah, he's just gonna move towards his back towards Dahlia, but he's moving towards them and looking straight over here just to have their back.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Thank you.
And then also we want to call out Pongo. All right.
Pongo. Great. Okay, thank you.
Why'd you get him?
All right, next round. Pongo, the orc in front of you is like almost out. You can see you've done these kind of fights before. He's definitely woozy, but a whole bunch of people have just invaded onto your space. What you doing, buddy?
He was already in the flow of going into his next thing, so he doesn't stop that yet. But I think he won't go a full round on the orc this time.
Okay.
He goes as his action, he drops his staff down to lean up because the orc is face down on the ground. He drops his staff down to lean over the shoulder of the orc, and then grabs the orc by the hand and says, "Let me help you to your feet." Boom! And he pulls up on the arm, putting him into an arm bar with the staff, and like trying to break his arm or dislocate his shoulder at least. Advantage on the attack because he's prone?
Yes.
Alrighty, that's good because that was an 8 or a 2. 8 plus 3, 8 plus 5 rather is 13, which won't be enough.
Not enough.
So I kind of like put his arm into an armbar, but not enough to dislocate. And that's when I hear the whistle and everybody running onto the stage. I quickly look around, and for anyone who's really paying close attention to me, they'd notice the drunk axe drop just for a second as he darts around looking for Dahlia, and the thought crosses his mind of, oh god, I can't lose both of them. He sees where Dahlia's going on her.
You can't see Dahlia, but you can just barely seen Tumau disengage, run through between the two stands over towards the toilets.
I shout then with my movement. I go. Look, this is too much for me. I think it's clear this guy won. And then I will leap over the barrier there.
Yeah.
He's face down and prone, so he can take an attack of opportunity on me, but it's a disadvantage.
So and you run, right?
And then yeah, if hit or miss with his attack of opportunity, I'm running through the stands. I'm trying to get to Tumau, and I will, if I have to catch up. I've got 40 feet of movement, but if I have to, I'll make a dash as a bonus.
Excellent. Well, here comes he just tries to hit you with his staff as you go past. Oh my goodness, terrible roll. He got an 8, so he doesn't hit you. And with your speed, you easily get right up to Tumau.
Excellent. I will just say to Tumau, what the hell's happening? Where is she? I can't lose both of them.
She's right behind me.
And she's gone.
And
she's running.
Hey.
Your so-called friends, we can't trust them.
Hey, Pongo. These guys that have come in are from the Hudernas family.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh crap. I reach down to my bag then, and you see my left hand grip the bottom of the bag that's been sort of clattering a little bit, and I don't do anything with it yet, but I'm readying something as I run forwards, and we're trying to run down that because you said it was like a corridor towards the guard door, yeah?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. As soon as we are into that corridor, as in like a single file traffic, that's when I'll do the thing with my bag.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to need to talk first with you, Reylene.
Yes.
You're at the front. Yeah? Tell me what you're doing.
Dahlia is just trying to get out as quick as she can. She doesn't like how it's so confined in the first place, and that she's underground. She usually prefers places with height too. So yeah, she's quickly finding the exit, looking at any doors that are there. She knows she's past the toilets, and now she's just trying to get to the guard door and kick it open.
Okay, and you get the door open.
Yeah.
Okay. The door is clearly designed that it can be barred from this side so that people can't come in from the other side. Yeah, so it's got a simple bar for you to lift, and then you can get out.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, and it's pitch black. There's no light in the rough carved corridor in front of you.
Okay. I've got dark vision.
You've
Can
got dark vision. So there's enough illumination that you can see that it moves ahead. So that's what you.
Good grief. Okay, I have got nothing. She's just gonna, as she's running carefully through, she whispers to she talks to Yugi. It's like, you don't happen to have a light? I went to Hacapella's voice. You don't happen to have a light on you, do you? Any special skills you can do? Why are you so damn important? Oh God, nothing. No response. Nope. Okay. So she's just going down the.
And you book it.
Yeah, making her way downtown.
Tumau is trying to quickly follow in the direction that Dahlia is going, but also thinking, where is the tavern in position for the docks? Because he wants to think ahead. The minute they get out there, they're heading straight towards the docks.
Okay. Hey. Because of your skills, I will say that you can make. In this case, let's make it an intelligence check at advantage because you know the city well.
Intelligence check. Okay. Okay, at advantage. Yes, that's better. 13 plus 0.
13. Okay, you're pretty sure.
Yep.
You're pretty sure that this tunnel is heading in the direction of the fish market.
Gotcha. So it is towards the docks.
It is in the right kind of direction.
All right. And then he just kind of calls out to Dahlia when you see the exit, make sure you turn left. And then
thank you, Pongo.
As soon as Mo is up the corridor in front of him, everybody's the two people are in front of them in the Alba. He rips a little cord off the bottom of his bag and it splits open and ball bearings drop onto the ground behind him.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
And he sort of does it as if he just caught it on the wall and it tore open by accident because he turns around just momentarily and goes, "Oh, fudge! God damn it!" And he just moves along as if it wasn't intentional and out the corridor.
Okay, and you guys get to the corridor.
As soon as we get there as well, I shout like he did. I'm like, "Turn left. Let's go to the fish market. We can lose him there."
Nice. Behind the Big Red and the others, who now have, I don't know if it was your intention, Dahlia, but by cheating, riling up the crowd, getting everyone on their feet, they crowded this area. As you left, it slows Big Red and the thieves down.
Distraction.
And they start just throwing people out of the way, which at first causes some consternation and some disgruntled behavior. Hey, what are you doing? And then they see the blades. And the weapons go, oh. But the moral of the story is that you buy yourself some time.
Yeah.
And you get into the street, the tunnel.
Yes. What's the light outside? What time is it?
It was, I said when you were coming in here, it was about 10 or 11. You've been in here a little while, they've changed, so it's 11:30, getting on till midnight.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Yeah?
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. The tunnel has a clear passage through to a sewer system. What you doing, guys?
We're in the sewers, underground still?
You've gone underground through a tunnel, and it opens up into a sewers.
Oh.
There's a pathway on the side of the sewer. What you doing?
We're turning left. Turn
And
towards the fish market.
Dahlia looks at Pongo and she pushes him. Like, who are you?
Look, they shouldn't have been able to find us there. I don't know what happened. Larkin must have been on the turn or on the take or something. We can talk later. We need to get out. Look, we need to go. This third fish market.
Working with Larkin. Larkin was the one who got that.
Now's not the time, Dahlia. We've got an owlbear that we need to get out of here.
Oh, and what we weren't thinking about that earlier? We had some time to have a fight?
Do you want to fight?
It was meant for us to be a place to lay low for a while. I don't know how they found us.
Well, your friend Larkin did it, and she pushes him again, just like, oh, get out of our way. Just take whatever money Dad gave you and just go. And
It's not about the money.
She hears that and she's like, ugh. And keeps going
And like
left.
Tumau would have noticed that was one of the Hudanos clans. Yeah, and bad news. I think Hudanos' family is onto us. And so,
Yeah.
and
Dahlia.
in Tumau's mind is it means trouble, and I was like, yeah, no, we need to gap it.
Okay, you turn left.
Yeah.
And it quickly comes to a wooden ladder that goes, well, not quickly, you go after about a minute or following along. The combination between Dahlia's distraction and the ball bearings dropped by Pongo means that you guys, by the time you get to a ladder, you've actually left them behind quite nicely. There's a ladder that leads up to a grate. And the grate is a stormwater grate.
Yeah.
And you can just faintly see the dark blue of the night above you.
Is it stuck in place or is it just easy to?
This is well oiled.
Well oiled.
Is it okay? Do you allow me? And then I like to climb up and trying to use my. Oh, so it can be easily pushed, or can I
Yeah.
use my back to
You
just?
can push it. You can push it open. It's well oiled.
Sweet. Yeah. You know, I just want to peer onto the street to see if there's anything coming, and just see if the coast is clear.
This is the grate. Is one of the water grates that they use in the fish market at the end of the day to wash down the streets.
Smells like fish.
Smells like fish. So you are in the midst that you peek over. The fish market's closed. But there's still a couple. There is still the occasional voice that you can hear somewhere out there. There's lights from the city that spills some golden light faintly around on the sides of buildings, but there's no one directly around.
I think we're good. And then Tumau just wants to climb to the top, and then just survey, and then peer down. Coast is clear.
Dahlia will choose to go last.
Okay, Pongo, you're next then.
She doesn't trust me.
Yeah, I stop as Dahlia stops and I say, "Come on, Riker, now's not the time to be prissy about this, okay? Fish market's one of the largest places. It's easy to lose people even in the
Reka?
night." I start to climb. What?
Dahlia holds onto his leg to stop him from climbing up.
What are you doing?
What
Come
did
on,
you
we
call
can't.
me?
Called
What did you
Dahlia.
call me? Say it again.
I called you Dahlia.
No, you didn't. You said it. You said her name.
What's happening down there?
You said her name.
Now's not the time. We need to move.
Dahlia, you can feel Dahlia's grip is like tightening on your leg, and then she just throws you back up.
Come on, move.
In her head, she's just like, she's a mess. Why would you call me that? Now she thinks that he's trying to mess with her. She wants her to fail. You wanted me to fail. I got you.
So Tumau's just like looking down and like, wait. And then Paul's would like to help. I was gonna say SpongeBob. That's not his name.
Where did you get SpongeBob from?
It's real close. It's friends. It's SpongeBob to his friends.
Yeah. Come here, SpongeBob.
Please, please. SpongeBob was my father.
And helps them up, and then again, just trying to find the safest path to evade attention, and then lead everyone towards the docks.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah.
So we will say, for you, you know these kind of areas. Do we do a survival roll or do we do a stealth roll? You're trying to find your way, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let's make that survival, and you do that at advantage because this is your favored terrain.
Okay.
Both 16.
Both 16 plus survival of 4. That's a dirty 20. Yo.
Okay, yeah, you know this area really well.
Hey.
The fastest way is past Sumakter's stall, and then if you turn where they do the offal dumping, offal as in the guts of the fish, not as in really bad. Actually, it is really bad too.
It's
Really bad.
Smell
Awful,
bad.
awful.
But the fish market is not the same as the wharf, right? This is where anyway, okay, so you know the pathway to take. That's the moral of the story.
I know where we need to go. We just need to make our way past the market stalls, and we should be, and then beyond the offal, we should be on the right path to get in there. Just keep close and be fast. Are you right there, old man?
Yeah, I'm all right. Look, there's an embassy I think you should go to. It's the Orc Embassy. It's a place that your father said to take you if you got into trouble.
I mean, I don't know if we're at that level of trusting whether every place that you're going to
Why are
be
we
taking
still
us.
listening to this guy? He's clearly working with Larkin. He's working with my father to get me to fail this job.
I mean,
He doesn't.
Why would your father want you to fail?
Because he doesn't believe with me. Not after.
That's all the more reason that your father wants you to succeed. You know what he told me when he took me on this job? He said he didn't think you could do it, but he wanted you to. He desperately wanted to know that you could do this.
You don't know anything.
She can't.
I know everything. I was there when she died.
When who died?
It doesn't matter. Just
When who died? And she just presses forward. When who died?
when Reka died.
And then she, Dahlia pushes Pongo. Is like, don't say her name like that. No, you weren't. You weren't there. I was there.
I wasn't. I was there after.
And she, Reka's like rage, like yeah, she's just pushing and like roughing him up, like, duh, don't say that. Don't say her name. Don't.
You shouldn't do that to an old man.
I don't care if he's an old man. If he's an old man, then that means he's closer to dying. So, and she just keeps roughing.
Your father wants you to succeed. You're all he's got now. I went and fucking took from him the first one. And now you're all he's got left because of me.
What are you even talking about?
The least you can do is just come with me to where he told me to take you.
What do you mean it's your fault? It was mine. I took the commission. I stole her commission. And Dahlia's like, her lip is quivering.
What do you even say? I was the one that was meant to be there, and instead I was blind drunk. I was passed out. I was her partner. Both of us worked on all of our jobs. We were inseparable. The two of us, we were a team. And then she got me. She got me drunk, and I couldn't stop it.
Don't blame her. You probably
I
got
don't blame her. I don't blame her. I blame me. And I just yeet my staff across the fish market, and it just clatters against something. I was meant to be there, and I couldn't stop myself from drinking the entire bloody bottle. Couldn't have even shared it with her. I don't even remember it. What's the point of drinking so much of a thing that's so expensive that you don't even remember drinking it?
Dahlia unclasps Yugi's arms from her shoulder, and she just trying to kind of like takes it off like it's a jacket.
Instinctively, Tumau picks
not-
up Yugi and just puts him on the shoulder.
I've not had a single day of my life since that day regretting what I did or didn't do. But it was on me. It was not on you.
You're the reason?
I'm the reason. And if keeping you alive tonight is the last thing that I do that actually makes it up to your father, to you.
Are you saying that I lived 5 years thinking it was all me? My father didn't tell me anything, my mother didn't tell me anything, and it's all you.
Look, I never knew that. I thought your father would have told you what had happened. I thought you would have hated me same as the rest of the family.
Well, you're right. I do hate
I've avoided you and yours. I've avoided you for 5 years because I thought that you would have been out to kill me.
I
And
do
then your
hate
father
you.
brought me in today.
I hate
And
you.
told me to look after you.
I hate you. And Dahlia just keeps pushing him again. Says, no, you're right. You're absolutely right in that one. I do hate you. If you are telling the truth right now, then I hate you so much with my gut.
We cannot stop here.
And then one of the stalls nearby There's some movement and a little bit of lantern moves, and someone comes out of one of the nearby stalls. It's a woman in her 30s. And Tumau, you recognize her as?
Shamaktar.
Yes. And her lantern looks, and she says, "You, come, quickly, come.
God, another one?
Shh! Stop your arguing. Come on. This place isn't safe. Come in. Come, quick.
We can trust her. And then, we follow through and follow.
You follow
Shamaktar,
Sumaktar into her stall.
Yes.
Which is only a short way away. She beckons. She says, "Come on, come. You two. She beckons to Pongo as well. Come.
Dahlia's stumped. Give me the owlbear. Give me the owlbear now.
Just calm down
Give me
first.
the owlbear.
Dahlia, just calm down first. He's a bit scared. That's all. You right there, buddy? And,
yes.
Sorry. And then, Tumau just kind of has this little moment with little Albions like leaning on the shoulder and, yeah, me too. I don't like loud noises either. And then just, and then just, so he takes them off and goes, "Here you go. Jeez. Big baby." I was talking about the owlbear, by the way. And then, just, has a talk, looks over to Shamaktar. Shamaktar, sorry, just wondering, we're trying to get our wee friend here and a safe passage towards the docks. Is there anything you can tell us? Any activities that have been going on in and around? I know out of everybody that knows the in and outs of information in the city, you're our best bet.
Okay, so let me just make sure that I understand everything. So you've gone into her stall. She's got a small lantern illuminating her stall area. Pongo, Dahlia,
Very cold.
what are you doing? Are you still outside, or have you gone into the stall as well? It's not like a closed door thing. It's like, imagine like a horse, you know. What do you think?
Pongo walked.
Pongo
walked over to where he threw his.
So we quite exposed.
Bent down, picked it up.
So it's an open air fish market.
Okay.
But there's a whole bunch of stalls
Okay.
with tables that usually at the front, and she's gone into hers with a small lantern. Pongo, you pick up your staff. Dahlia, are you following, or are you just staying where you are?
She's got her feet planted. I think.
This
Well,
is-
she edges towards it, but she's not in the stall.
Okay. So
I walk over to Dahlia and just say, "Look, this had nothing to do with you. I'm sorry that you've spent 5 years doubting yourself. You always had such promise."
Don't talk to me like you know me. And Dahlia's just giving him the cold shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
I can feel it from here.
she's very confused. I guess she really believed that Reika's death was on her, on her hands. On her hands? Is that how you say it? Blood on her hands? Yeah. I don't know what names are. So for this random guy to come up and kind of turn that whole thing around, it's a waste of just blah 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 blah. And she's just cold towards him, and now all she wants to do is get this right.
Sumaktar says to Dahlia, says, "You look a little like your sister. Come on."
Dahlia just exhales loudly and sighs. Can we stop? I don't want to think about her right now.
She says, "So, I would very much like to be in your family's good graces. And I have some information that you may wish to know if you can put a good word in with your father."
Well, no promises, but I guess if it helps me get this owlbear to the docks, then, or the wharf or whatever. I can't even remember the commission anymore, and she's just so drained and defeated. And fine, I'll just do it.
Your sister. Your sister was Reika, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Your parents used to send her to the fish market to get toxins.
That's so.
It is so. And I happen to know that on the morning that she died, I happen to know that she bought 2 toxins. The first one is a very common, tasteless, has a small odor, but tasteless substance that people, if they have enough money, can place into something with a high odor to conceal its bitterness, and it creates a stupor. It makes people drowsy. It is usually put into alcohol. The second toxin that she bought that day was very expensive. It is a toxin that appears to stop the heart, but just slows it down a great deal.
Why are you telling us this?
It's information about your family that I knew. I've held on to that information until a time when it can be of some use to me and some use to you. You pass it on to your father. Maybe it may be of, maybe he may smile at me sometime.
Tumau's like connecting dots in his head after listening to the argument between Dahlia and SpongeBob. And you think, did you say alcohol? A toxin that can be concealed within alcohol?
Why?
And did you say that she gave you alcohol, old man, before your mission?
She gave me a bottle of port, yeah, and I finished it.
And that you woke up in a stupor?
It's not unusual. Back then I used to wake up all the time like that. She had an arrow in her. I saw her. She was dead.
She's dead. Don't entertain that.
I'm just, hey.
She's dead.
I'm no mathematician, but I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together. But the second toxin can slow down the heart. Did you say?
Yes.
Whoa. What are you?
For what? For what though? For what? For the weapons or what? Like why?
I know that you come from a family that are full of conniving, twisting.
Don't even start.
Lying, cheating people.
Oh, from a better family, are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Aren't you?
Rob, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna. As he's saying, your family are a bunch of lying, cheating, conniving. I just grabbed my staff and I just brought it across and stopped it like right before his chin. And I say, just watch your mouth.
You better watch where you're putting that staff, old man, because you're not gonna like the place I'm gonna place it if it's in me face any longer.
I drop the staff and walk up, step closer, and then think better of it and turn. Look, we don't need to fight amongst ourselves. We just need to know where to go from here. Your father told me to take you to the Orc Embassy.
That's not the docks.
Why? Why would she do that? Why would she knock me out to fake her own death?
She's not. She's dead.
Why were we sent on this suicide mission in the first
It's
place?
not a suicide mission. It's my chance to impress my father again, and it's my
Okay, sure.
chance to be a good daughter. Okay.
Somewhere somewhere in this fish market, you hear the sound of Big Red's voice.
Frick.
Kind of reverberate as it bounces off the stalls and buildings nearby. You hear Big Red's voice saying, "Fan out. They're in here somewhere."
Vahid.
Yes,
Thinking back, and I know that my memory is very foggy because I've deliberately tried to drown it out with alcohol, but thinking back to that night, I was meant to be, it wasn't just me and her, we were meant to be the front runners, but there were meant to be a team of us, like a backup fighter and a sniper. Did I see them at all in the aftermath as I got there and I saw Dahlia holding Raker's body? Was One Eye there, or the fighter guy?
you didn't see them, they had gone. You just remember the name of the sniper.
Dahlia, did you know the sniper, One Eye? He was meant to be there with us that night.
One Eye? Like,
One Eye.
is he the one
With one eye.
No, with the red mask?
Yes,
I don't.
yes, that is One Eye.
I don't know. He was meant to be there. He was part of our team. We were told that the job we were doing, Raker and I were the front runners, and he was our backup. One of them. We had another fella. I can't remember his name.
Dahlia, the face or the mask of One Eye is very clear in her mind because she sees it everywhere. And she saw it just a few hours ago as well when they left Durgan, because he was the one. One of them was the one who shot Durgan or something. And she breathes in and she looks right at Pongo and says, "He's the one that shot her. He was up there."
And she isn't dead. She isn't dead.
Perception.
One Eye.
Perception rolls, guys.
One Eye doesn't miss. It was. She took this toxin to stop her heart, and she had him shoot her somewhere it wouldn't hurt, somewhere it wouldn't kill her. He's not dead. But why? They were working together. They were working together to take what? To take the weapons. My perception was a 12.
18.
11.
Okay, all of you do get. Sumak Turk blows out her lantern, and she says, "Go," and she moves a metal tray that fish are usually put on. She moves it off the back of the stall, and there's a hole in the wall, and she goes through and then covers it behind her. And as she's covering it up as she's leaving her own stall, she says, "Go, get out of here." And who got the biggest number with perception? What'd you get?
18.
18. The Huranas criminals are getting close. You can hear nearby someone knocking over some baskets. Probably no further than like 20 meters away.
Dahlia.
Come out!
Dahlia puts up her cloak immediately and just ducks down and starts like scurrying away. Stealth. Just trying to hide in between the stalls and.
Okay, thank you, Tumau.
Tumau wants to do the same thing, but at the same time it's like, I can carry the Albar.
All right, and my back's hurting anyway.
Okay, then he takes Albert and puts him on, and then, Tumau.
As you guys, sorry, please finish.
That was it.
Another burst of warmth comes out of Yugi, thanks to the generosity of our viewers. Each of you get another inspiration.
Woo! Let's go.
And there's another boost
Oh.
And 10 more hit points to you.
Me?
Reylene.
All right.
And okay.
Oh my God, what do I do with all this?
Okay, so thank you. So, Pongo, what are you doing, buddy? I'll just give a little bit of more background before I.
Yeah, please.
The fish market is an open air market. You can hear sounds all over as people are searching, making noise, knocking things over, calling out, "Come on out," that kind of stuff. You know that the New Orc Embassy is on the other side of the fish market and just a couple streets away.
I will turn to Reylene quickly and say, "Look, it seems that neither of us were responsible for her death because she hasn't died. We need to get to the bottom of this. More importantly, you need to get to the bottom of this. I'm sorry for my part in it. You need to tell your father that. You need to tell your father. You need to survive to tell your father what had happened here. To challenge him on it. To whatever it is. God, you look so much like her. Look, you need to get to the embassy, please. It's the last thing that we need to do." And then I will turn and start rushing towards the sounds of people. And as I'm running, I get like one like stall down from where we were, and then I'll slow my run to like a stumble, and then I start just singing drunkly. And it went, I diddle-dee-dee, and I'm gonna knock my sticks into stalls and stuff, and I'm making noise.
Making noise, attracting attention.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you two, you did stealth, right?
Yeah.
What'd you get for your stealth?
Oh, I haven't rolled for stuff yet.
I haven't even rolled yet. I'm gonna use an inspiration.
Yep, using inspiration.
Yeah, that's better.
That's better.
21.
21.
17.
Okay. All right, and now we have the party has been split.
Oh no.
We have Tumau and Dahlia moving through the shadows across. And where are you heading?
Towards. Should we head to the off?
Embassy.
Toward the embassy.
Yeah, I think Dahlia in that moment when she was like, she's still coming to terms with the idea that Reika has faked her death, but seeing the clear guilt in Pongo's eyes, and it really means a lot to him. And I think in the past few minutes, she softened a bit, and she will listen to that one last thing that he says, as he's distracting the Huranas family. So she's gonna go to the embassy.
Okay, and you start moving. So the first, let's make up some stalls.
Oh, stalls.
So 3x3 stalls.
3x3.
Yeah, make up a whole bunch of stalls on both sides of a pathway. Yeah, and Pongo stumbling across. What we're gonna do is we're doing a few rounds with Pongo, and then we'll go back to you guys. Okay, so we're just gonna be alternating back and forth between two different scenes. Pongo, you move into this lane. Yeah. Guys, and if you could populate it out with a whole bunch of tables and chairs and boxes, and put a whole bunch of stuff in there. Yeah?
Yo.
Great. We got the pile of offal. Ugh. Pongo, you've attracted some attention.
Yep.
And two of Huranas thugs come around the corner and
Spare us a coin. Spare us a coin for a beggar man. I haven't eaten today.
the big guy says he was with them. They pull out these curved short swords, scimitars, and say, "Come on, old man, where have they gone?" And they start advancing towards you.
Look, I don't have any money for you to get. I don't want any trouble, fellas. Just give us a coin, would you? I'm not in any trouble.
They keep walking up to you. Tell me when you do anything else.
I'm taking the ready action to clock one of them in the face as soon as he enters my space.
Okay, the first one that enters your space, because the smaller one,
the attack
thinner
goes
one
off as a 21.
The thinner one is looking around, thinking, "Oh, they must be around. I bet they're around here someplace." So he's looking around. So the big guy gets up to you first.
That's 21 to hit, 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
You smack him across the face.
No.
Look, I don't want any crack right across the chin.
Perfect.
And I do like I crack him across the chin and then spin it around and then point it at the other guy.
All right.
Piss off.
Roll the damage.
It was 7 points of damage on that first guy.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Now what are you doing?
And then as a bonus action, I can do it again. Is that first guy still up?
He's still up, but oh my god! But you break his jaw.
Yeah,
You
broke
hear
his
the
jaw. I
break.
spun it around, pointed it at the other guy, and then without breaking eye contact at the second guy, crack the other end of the staff comes up to clock that first guy again.
Into the big guy.
Yeah, in the first guy that I hit already, that's
Yes.
another hit. That is going to nice max damage. That is going to be 11 points of damage.
And he goes flying backwards, smashes into the chair, which just crumbles beneath his feet. Uh-oh. The guy.
I said, yeah, I look at him and I said, give me some coin.
The thinner guy says, "We've got him over here! Big Red, we've got him over here!" He jumps up and slashes at you with his scimitar. He gets a glorious 7.
7. Knock him, parry him to the side with speed that he wasn't expecting.
Okay, next turn.
All right, I'm gonna crack him with my. Oh, nice! Now I'm rolling well. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Thank you, dice. 22 to hit.
What the heck?
That's going to be 5 points of damage. And then I'm going to bring the staff around, spin it around, and smack him in the gut with it. I'll try to. That rolled from a nat 1 to a 7 to a 17.
Yeah.
17 plus staff will hit again. That's with the offhand. That's going to be another 5 points of damage.
So you do 5 to him. He's still up.
That's 5 and 5. That was an attack.
5 and 5. Well, he goes down. Meanwhile, and so you've knocked both of them down.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, let's change scene. Dahlia
Yes.
and Tumau and Yugi. You're sneaking through. Dark, dark, dark. Okay. Yeah. Tell me what you're doing.
I'm looking for the Orc embassy.
Okay. You move across. That's
This way.
all right.
Yeah. And then we're just like looking, like dodging amongst the stalls. We're beyond the stalls at the moment, and then just like peering around. And just making sure that things are clear before we cross. Are they paths? Are they alleyways? Is that what it is?
So imagine like a streets
Yep.
that have been everything's been shrunk. So there's narrow streets.
Yep.
There's some open places where there is some stall where people can sit and eat and stuff like that, and then there's a whole bunch of stalls which make up like city blocks.
Sweet. And Tumau is just like looking everywhere, trying to be aware, like he doesn't want surprises to come from top
Okay.
of the roof or
Perception roll.
Yep.
And Dahlia, are you doing the same thing? or what?
Same thing, yeah.
19.
Ooh, inspiration. Use that inspiration, might as well. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a double 2 on advantage.
Okay. So you guys,
It's all right, little buddy. Don't worry, we'll get you out of this.
what was your roll?
19.
19.
I think Dahlia's very much distracted from the recent discoveries.
Very, very
Yeah,
much.
she's messy and muddled up in the brain.
Exactly.
Yes.
Tumau. You're hiding in the shadows. You're moving right from stall to crate or whatever. Yeah. Finding cover. Perfectly. Dahlia's just her head's not in the game.
She's like, you can hear her muttering to herself even, like, what are you doing? What are you
Do you know how to move quietly? My God, I should have done this all.
That same ringing in her ear from 5 years ago just like starts really reverberating around her, like, reverberating?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and just woo, like she's tunnel vision suddenly, and she's just, she knows she has to move forward, but that's it.
Tumau can see like she's struggling to kind of find her way, and Tumau just like kind of pauses, looks over, and hey, like just tries to indicate to follow her, and like he sees her that way and goes, psst.
She hears it a little bit, and she just like changes, but her eyes like are still glazed over.
And you can definitely, you're making your way, making great progress through, and we'll come back to you in a moment. Okay. So if you take these back off, take your guys back off. Back to you, Pongo.
Do I see any daggers or knives or blades on the hips or boots of these guys?
Yeah, they do. They do have them for sure.
And I hear other people coming.
Hit me with a perception roll and we'll see, because they're coming sneakily.
Ooh.
Sneakily, that's a 13.
How much?
13.
13. No, you do not.
I have an observant feat, so I have a passive perception of 18.
Well, then you do. You do know that you are being surrounded very successfully.
Oh no.
Yeah, so pretending like I don't see that. That's all good. Pretending like I don't see that, I rummage around in this guy's purse as if I'm like just some drunkard looking for a coin or something. But I've actually taken his dagger and I've put it to his to one of the unconscious guy's throats. And then without looking up, I just say, "If either of you two come any closer, you'll see the color of this man's blood."
But they don't seem to care, and they let loose arrows at you.
As I was doing so, the reaction I was doing was basically, if they don't seem to give a toss about this guy's life, and they do anything, then I'm going to turn and flick the knife, throwing knife style at one of them.
Okay, you got two choices.
I'm not actually going to slaughter this guy.
No.
I'm not that kind of guy.
The closest one is at your back.
That one, yeah.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's only 25 feet away. Roll.
Excellent. That is going to be only an 11 to hit.
That's not going to hit.
Just hits the wall and then that's it. That's my reaction.
Arrows come for you, and a third one runs up and hides. 2 arrows come. The first one gets a glorious 12. The second one, a bit better, 14.
14 misses.
Oh my goodness. They all miss.
Dart to the side, and then I stand back up and use my staff to get ready for them.
And then and the third one comes in, blade drawn, and rakes the blade across your chest. Hopefully, what's with these terrible rolls?
Yeah, Pongo!
Okay,
Go, Pongo.
We'll do one more round with you guys, and then we'll change scene. Pongo, what you doing?
This guy that's just run up to me is going to get a face full of stick.
Okay.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
No, that's a hit.
That's going to be 10 points of damage.
Dang.
Bring it up across him. I'm going to stick the staff down between his arm and his blade. Is it a scimitar, a short sword, something like that? And I'm going to bonus action to make an attack at him with, in fact, you know what? Now's the time. I'm going to flurry of blows, so I get 2 bonus action attacks.
Okay.
The first one's going to be a 13 to hit.
Yes, hit.
13 hits. That's going to do another 7 points of damage to this guy.
He's gone.
Dude.
Strike down. I put the staff down behind and snap it from his arm, and his arm snaps, and I grab the blade from it, and then I'm going to run across towards that guy that I threw the knife at. I'm going to do a little bit of flavorful jumping parkour-y stuff just for fun, and then slash down at him to try and hit him right across the torso.
Okay, go for it.
Nice.
That is nice. Thank you, Dice. All right, 22 to hit.
Yeah. See, all those bad rolls got.
Yeah, they made up for it at the end there, when he's like, and that's going to be a 6 points of damage. 6 points.
Nice.
He's still up, which means they go, and because they've got roguey, sneaky abilities, this archer gets advantage. Because finally, yes, 19.
Yes.
19 hits.
Sneak attack damage.
I'm going to use one of my inspirations to make you reroll that.
You can't make me reroll. Decent. 14 hit points damage.
Okay.
14. All right, that almost gets through some of my temporary hit points.
And the guy in front of you stabs you as well. I rolled a 3. How come I get all these bad rolls?
It's because my other character Chester, he can't fight. He's not a fighter. But Pongo is deliberately made for being a fighter. So it's, the dice is finally giving me what I needed.
So you two, change of scene.
Yup.
So making your way through, you're almost out of the fish market area. Enough that you can see the roofs of the buildings, including the building that Pongo was talking about. It's only like 40 meters or so away. Yugi's whimpering. Tumau. She's stumbling. She's just not in the right space. So it's probably not a surprise at all to you that out of the shadows,
Oh no.
Big Red riding on the big lizard,
No, not Lizzie.
comes out.
Oh no.
And he's got a little, he's got a couple of mooks with him. How we're going to do this is we are going to set up an alternate scene. What I'm going to do is on top, exactly.
Let's go.
Let's lift up, please. We'll just take this away, these guys away, and then I think we can do an alternate scene on top.
Yeah, let's go.
You reckon? You reckon it's gonna work?
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love this.
Okay, so we've got, there's the stall that you've just come out next to, right? Yeah? So if you can place yourselves here. This is going to be hard to remove later, isn't it?
A lot.
That's okay, it's okay. So you've
Oh,
come,
good. We can always theater of the mind needed.
yes, and
Lizzie.
you're so close. In an open area, and the lizard and Big Red. And she's licking the air with her long tongue. Licking, that's how they smell, right?
Oh boy.
And she locks eyes with you, Tumau. And two thugs with. Okay. And Big Red points his sword at who's carrying Yugi? At Tumau, and says, "Drop it. Hand it over now."
Well, you gotta get through me first, mate. Oh, well, they just turn Australia.
Not
Go on, mate.
Hang on, mate. In the
Northern Ireland. Colin Farrell, go.
kind of fair. Try and get him off me. And then am I allowed to attack?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Go for it.
Sweet. And then Tumau has already got an arrow in his bow, and he stretches it, aims it straight for. He's aiming for Big Red, but hoping also to hit the guys behind him.
You can only hit one person with one arrow. You're not that fancy at level 2. Level 2.
Okay. I'm gonna try and actually hit Red's arm so he can drop the sword.
Go. Okay.
Sweet. Come on. 17 with the.
You guys get the good rolls and I get the bad rolls. You hit.
+5.
Yep.
Sweet. Damage is 1d8 +3. 2 + 3, 5. Is that right? 5. And also, yes, I want to hit him with the Hunter's Mark as well.
Can you look? Can someone look up if Hunter's Mark's a bonus action or an action? We just need to figure that out.
It's a bonus action. Bonus action to cast.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
So you do it
Bonus
first, and you can feel this guidance, which means you do an extra 6-sided dice damage.
Oh.
6.
Wait. Is Hunter's Mark a D6 or D8? It's a D6.
It's a D6.
Yeah.
Yep. 6.
What the heck? What'd you get on the D8?
I got 2 plus my 3, which is 5 plus a 6, 11.
Ow!
Shoo.
And into Big Red. Red says, "Slay them." Okay, but you get to. If you want to go first, you're faster than them, Dahlia.
Yes, Dahlia sees that there is, in her glazed vision, she sees that there are figures that are stopping her from getting to the place she needs to be. And so she just tries to refocus and gets out. She's not thinking clearly. She just gets out a dart.
Throws a dart. Okay, roll.
That's a natural 1. Oh, but I'll use my inspiration for that one. Oh gosh. Rob, what are you doing to me? That's snake eyes for me.
Double snake eye.
We did it! To have two nat ones from advantage in a
From
single
the same roll.
session.
You know what? It's awful. She drops the dart. It slips from her as she's getting it out.
It's worse than that. You hit Tumau with it.
Oh,
It comes out of you. Roll damage. And hit Tumau.
D4. Let's go. 2 5.
You take 5 hit points damage, Tumau.
Tumau reacts.
And Dahlia tries to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She goes closer, and she's trying to refocus herself.
Okay.
It's like, get it. She slaps herself on the face.
And they pounce. Where's Yugi?
Yugi's on my back, but during the commotion, I want to tuck Yugi here.
All
Just
right.
behind the
Why?
stool.
I think your Hunter's Mark's your bonus action. He's still on. Yugi's
he's
got to
still
be
on?
still on. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The two thieves both attack Dahlia. They're faster than Big Red. So they crowd either side of you, which means they get advantage on you.
Oh no.
The first one stabs you with a knife and gets a wonderful 12.
Miss.
The second one with a short sword gets a 14.
Miss.
Ah,
Dahlia, like, she may be unfocused right now, but I think she's learned from Pongo a little bit of his drunken master ways. You know, she's just kind of like, this isn't drunken master, it's just like trauma.
What subclass of monk are you? Trauma.
Lizzie and Big Red jump, boom, on top of the stall.
Oh, come on.
Out of shot.
At a shot. Let's move this whole set forward.
Yeah. Let's go.
And from that height advantage, his massive two-handed sword swings around for Tumau. Oh yeah, 18, baby.
It hits.
Okay. Terrible roll from me. He only does 10 hit points damage to you.
Nice. It hits. Just as he's swinging, Tumau wanted to just swing Albert Yugi just away from the blade as he takes the blow on his shoulders. That's okay.
Okay. And you can. Big Red says, Hissa! Attack! The lizard does not attack you. The lizard goes.
And Tumau looks at the lizard and says, good to see you too, Lizzie.
Next round. Reylene, what you doing?
Dahlia tries to go for a sweep, like a leg sweep.
Boom.
For this guy over here.
The big guy with a scimitar.
Ooh. All right, last inspiration. No, I'll use my last inspiration.
Her last inspiration.
13 plus 5.
You easily hit.
All right.
Okay, roll damage.
Wait.
Unarmed is a D4.
Yes, it is. It's a D4. 2 plus 3 equals 5.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use a key point to go for another attack.
Go for it.
And yep, so I'll go. When I sweep, I uppercut.
Hupada!
The 13 plus.
Enough.
Yeah. So it's another one. Whoop. And that's 2 plus 3, 5 again.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, you crunch.
2 unarmed.
Yeah.
Two unarmed strike.
So you're doing flurry of blows.
Yeah,
right?
flurry of blows.
Boom, boom,
yeah.
boom. Your next one.
And another 13, so I'm enough. 4 plus 3, 7.
And in one round of you going whack, bang,
Whack,
bang,
bang,
boom,
bang.
boom, 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 and he is gone.
Oh my god. She really didn't expect that, honestly. I didn't expect that. Dahlia, maybe she believed in herself.
Gone. You did 17 hit points.
Yeah, wow. And she looks over at Big Red. He's from the Horonas family.
Horonas family, yeah.
And she just stares him down.
Okay, you've got a little guy right in front of you. I love the way you're not paying any respect to this little guy.
Nah.
Okay, Tumau.
Tumau looks up at Red, winks at Lizzie the lizard, and then spins back around and just wants to drive. Actually, no, he put bow away and actually brings out his strings. He goes, all right, what have I given? It's time to play. Okay, Salafai, Upolu, let's do our thing. And he like does a little flurry and wants to hit.
Double attack.
Yes.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll twice.
13 plus, is it plus 5 on the sword?
You hit with your first one.
Nice.
12 plus 5?
You hit with your second one.
Nice.
And
Both are a D6 plus your strength modifier.
yes. Oh, 6 again, plus 3, 9.
For the first one, and for your second one?
Yup. 2 plus 3, 5.
Wow.
Ow! And the blades cut in deep to him.
Was this with Hunter's Mark on?
And Hunter's Mark.
Wow.
An extra D6 on one of them as well.
Plus
Both
4.
of them.
On both of them? On every
Yep.
attack?
With Hunter's Mark, it's every attack. But
Oh my goodness. Okay, roll it again. One more D6.
Plus 1.
You did a truckload of damage that time.
Nice.
And he then orders Lizzie off, and Lizzie jumps on top of you.
Oh, wow.
And he swings his blade first, and then uses animal handling to get Lizzie to drop on top of you. Here comes his double-handed sword. 14.
No, it doesn't hit.
Okay, Lizzie comes and jumps on top of you. You need to make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can avoid.
Inspiration.
Okay.
Yep. 11 dexterity. Ready. Plus 3. 11 plus 3. 14.
Not good enough. You take the full brunt of her as she lands on top of you, smushing you for a terrible 7 hit points damage.
Concentration check against Hunter's Mark.
Oh, yeah. Now make a concentration roll. It's a concentration save to see if your Hunter's Mark stays up.
18.
It does. On the other side of you, the little thief jumps up onto this table and then dives into you, stabbing you with its blade. Oh yeah, 19. Now we're talking.
That hits. She wasn't expecting it. Dahlia was looking right at Big Red, and she feels a little. Get.
Because you obviously did that, I'm actually going to give it sneak attack damage.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, fine.
I think that's fair enough.
I've got some temp hit points.
Not as many now, as you take 15 hit points damage.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And Lizzie is down here on the ground next to you.
Oh no.
Yugi jumps off your back and runs. Can I have some Yugi noises? And Yugi runs.
No, Yugi, come back.
As Yugi goes past, the lizard tries to take a swipe at Yugi.
No.
And connects.
Oh.
No, Yugi.
Yugi gets thrown, is knocked, and rolls over here, and gets back onto his feet. Meanwhile, back at the other scene. If we can take all of these off, please.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Does
Pongo,
a 13 hit this guy that I'm engaged with?
13 is exactly what you need.
Excellent. So, as I reached forwards with my stick under his right arm, bring up the stick behind him, pretty much exactly like. Let's see if I can do it. Reaches up round the front of his head and kind of pulls his head back to get him out of the way. It pulls his head right up to the sky essentially as I bring the pommel of the blade down and just crack it right into his teeth.
Ouch!
Ooh.
So 13 hit. That was 7 points of damage.
You had
The guy
already
that I slashed before.
You'd already hit him before, and that's
Yep.
enough to take him out.
I just basically almost cave in his teeth. And then I turn around, drop him to the ground, look across to the guy who shot me with arrows before. I've got 40 feet movement. Is that enough to get me there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Not quite. All right, so I will run, and as I run, I'm just going to launch the. Let's see. I have to do unarmed strike as a bonus action if I'm going to do that. I'm just going to run towards him, and I'm going to duck in. I'm not stupid, so I'm going to duck in into one of these stalls as I run to try and break the line of sight to him and his arrows.
Yep, good thinking.
Okay.
So he changes his strategy. He pulls out his blade. He runs up to you and he swings. Boom! Backhanded swing.
Nice. Go Pongo.
I rolled a 2 again.
Can't hit Pongo apparently.
Pongo is unhittable. Okay, Pongo, it's your next turn.
All right, it's my next turn. That is going to be not good. 15. So I'm going to roll. An 11 rather. So I'm going to reroll with one of my inspirations. 6 and a 5. So 11 is the higher of the two.
That's not going to do nothing.
Yeah, I try and swing for him. It connects with the side of the stall, throws off my aim. So bonus action, I try an unarmed strike. I bring up my my knee to try and hit him in the solar plexus or the gut, whichever I can hit him with. Let's see if I can hit him with a 12. 12 enough?
12 is not enough. You need a 13 for these guys.
All right. Can I after the fact, knowing that it's missed, then roll with inspiration?
Yes.
Re-roll
Yeah. We play kind with that.
Excellent. So I will re-roll that then. Try and hit him with this last one. Yes, 17 plus stuff will hit.
Okay.
I missed him with my main attack, so unarmed strike. That's just a d4. That's 5 points of damage. So I just knee him in somewhere in the lower half.
Okay, he's still up, and he swings for you, and then disengages.
All right.
His swing is a 24.
24 hits.
You take 6.
6. I'm good. I've still actually got temporary hit points. I've got 1 temporary hit point.
Disengages, and you lose sight of him.
Cool.
What you doing?
I
One more
will.
round and we'll go back to the other guys.
I give chase. So as soon as I step out, I look for him and see if I can see him with my passive perception of 18.
18, you sure can. He wasn't fast enough, and he's right there, and you can get right up to him if you want.
He's standing behind a table of some
Yeah.
kind. I'm going to run up to the other side of the table and spout and kick the table, whack into his solar plexus.
Okay, roll. What are we gonna roll for that?
Just an attack, just a flavored attack, I guess.
Yep, great. Go for it.
That was a 2, so I'll use my last inspiration. I've rolled so many 17s today. 17.
Yeah, you hit him.
Yeah.
Garbage roll minimum, so 4 points of damage with it.
He's still alive. He's still up.
I have a bonus action attack as a monk, so I'm going to stand up onto the table, run along it, and then do a pretty much similar thing with my Spartan kick, but now it's like more of a football kick. Whack! Right to his face.
Okay.
From the top of the table. Damn, I can't roll, and I don't have any more inspirations, so that's going to miss with a 10 total.
Okay. From where he is, he's a bit worried. He's a lot worried, actually. He disengages and runs.
He's got this like 50-something-year-old man that's a little past it, and he's jumping up onto a table to kick him in the face.
And he is he's worried. He doesn't know. The reality is just kind of reversed on him. And so he disengages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he skedaddles.
The tables
Excellent.
returned.
Meanwhile,
Yeah. I just give chase as soon as I get the chance.
okay. Meanwhile, let's set up this other scene. Put this other scene back. And we had.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. This other one was in here, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just
Okay, great.
rough
Thank you.
guide.
That's good. That's all
Yeah.
good.
So Tumau's still stuck under Lizzie.
Yep, great, thank you. And so, oh, that's what it was. This was up here more. And these guys were back like that. That's what it was. Cool, thank you. We don't need that. Next turn. Dahlia, what you doing?
Dahlia just got stabbed.
Stabbed in the back end.
So she turns around and punches the little thing in the face. Oh no, actually, 9.
Nope, you miss.
And as she misses, she spends 1 key point.
Okay.
Doing a flurry of blows again.
Her last key point.
Last key point. And so that's 2 attacks. So she gets 19.
Yeah.
So that's a 4 damage.
Okay.
And then she uses her elbow and just. That's 11.
Not good enough.
She's just too distracted. Her eyes are glazed over. She's just going through motions at this point. She's like, oh, there's a thing here. I think I missed. And she knows that Yugi got hit. So she's gonna try and like edge around.
Yeah, no problem.
To where
Okay.
and try and like get her leg to like touch Yugi so that Yugi can kind of cling onto her. Maybe.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Tumau.
Tumau with, I'm imagining being pinned underneath the back legs of Lizzie.
Yeah.
Tumau, in his awesome animal handling skills, knows that there's a little soft spot that lizards love to rub, and hopefully it will get her off him. So he's just behind the back leg. It's just like, just this little scratch. It doesn't want to hurt Lizzie because Lizzie's but just scratches just so she can lift her legs so he can just get out and goes, whoa, and then so once
Okay, let's go to animal handling. Why not?
Go, that's great.
Oh, inspiration. Inspiration because Lizzie's gonna.
Okay, roll it
flatten
again.
me. Can I use another?
No, you can't. You can't get it.
9 plus 4.
9 plus 4?
Yeah.
That's good enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you can get up.
Thank you, Lizzie. Yeah.
You can still do an attack if you want.
Yes, I do. I want to take my sword and then just take a swipe at Big Red.
Okay.
And avoiding Lizzie. 13 plus 5, 18.
You hit.
Nice.
And now 1d6 plus 3, 5. Yep. 5.
Plus your hunter's mark.
Plus hunter's mark. 5 plus 4, 9.
And a look of confusion goes as your blade. And he looks down
Oh my god.
at the blade and falls dead off of Lizzie. Gone. You did a truckload of damage.
Big Red.
Tumau just kind of takes time to take that all out, and he didn't really want to kill a lot of people today, but Trinity takes it up and just thinks about it. Gives Lizzie a little bit of a pat. Next time. Thank you, dear. And then, yep.
Well,
Runs towards.
More like Big Dead, am I right?
Hey, the little thief sees that the tide has turned and disengages as well, runs, and flees. And runs away from you.
Yeah, Dahlia is shocked. And so I'm like, wow, you really did that to him.
I did.
And that is
no.
when, from one of the nearby buildings, a shadow, a silhouette stands up, an arrow is loosed. Does a 17 hit you, Dahlia?
That does hit.
Just before it hits, I was just going to say, the old man is not going to like this. As in referring to the Hudunu's family.
Oh.
Hudunas.
The old man is not going to like this. And then...
And a red masked figure shooting an arrow. Constitution saving throw as it hits you. Oh!
No! Don't say that!
17 hit points of damage.
Okay. Well, I got a 6, and I've got no inspiration. 17.
You fail.
Probably still out. 17.
And your heart just stops. And your circulation stops as the poison courses through you, pumps through your heart, which pumps it around even faster, and then you just fall to the ground.
And it's all happening like in slow motion in front of Tumau as he's like watching you fall.
As Dahlia falls, she thinks that she's finally gonna join Reika. And then as she hits the ground, she's like, wait a second, she's not dead, though. And she's like, damn it!
And the silhouetted figure disappears into the shadows again. What are you doing, Tumau?
Tumau is just like in shock. He's in two minds, does he? And then he sees Albia. Grabs Albia, puts him on his back. Grabs, puts this one on the lizard.
Aha!
And then he wants to take all of them out of this area.
And where are you heading?
I'm gonna head down to the docks.
You're not going to the embassy.
I'm not going to the MC.
And you head off into the night.
Yes.
And you see on the streets and the silhouette, figures start moving to along the rooftops to start cutting you off. Meanwhile, Rob, what are you doing?
I'm giving chase to this guy who just ran from me. I don't know which direction he's going, but I'm going whichever one he's going. And as I step off of the table to give chase, I drop a little ping off of my my wrist guard, which flicks out a sling. Definitely not a mask. It drops a sling off of the edge, and I just grab a piece of pebble, or I snap off a piece of masonry from a wall, whatever it is, put it in the sling, and I just start as I'm running after him.
Yeah, sure. Nice. Look, I'm sure you're gonna take him out. Go for it. Make your roll.
Let's do it. Let's take him out. Yeah, a 19 plus stuff will take him out. Hopefully with and then maxed it out. 4 plus 3. That's 7 points of damage. Right to the
he
back
was
of the
already
head as I
hurt.
run.
He's gone.
And then I'm gonna I'm looking around. If there's no other baddies around, then I start making my way back in the direction that I heard the sounds of these guys.
Okay. Hey, look. They're gone. Tumau's headed off.
Yeah. I get there and I look around and I see there's no sign of them. I look down at the dead bodies and the unconscious bodies, and I just kind of look off to the distance that they went and hope that they all survived it, not knowing that Dahlia went down.
No.
And I sort of say to myself, I've always been sorry, Riker, for what I did to you. But I suppose it's time to make you sorry for what you did to me. And I clench my jaw, pick up my staff, and start moving off towards the Orc Embassy.
Excellent. And with that, we will finish for the night, for the day or the night. Where you
The
are.
night of the day.
Night and day.
Well, thank you.
Woo!
Great
Brilliant.
stuff. All right.
Heart-stopping
Kill
stuff.
me then. Okay.
Exciting stuff. Holy moly.
Hey, thanks everyone for hanging out with us. It's been so fun. Thank you, Rob, so much. That was great.
Ciao, Rob.
Thank you. Thank you for the invite again. It's always an absolute pleasure to be a part of this story, this world.
Yeah, we love having you with us. It's Rob actually created the Greyfall
Yeah, I remember.
crime family with the one shot that he ran.
Yeah, during our marathon.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a fun one.
It sure was.
I also played a monk in that one.
That was your first
Yeah,
time.
that was my first monk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Look, if you're new to our channel, please do hit us with a follow.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you for everyone that subscribed during this episode. All those subs really help
Oh.
our channel. They really help, emotionally, and also just to help keep the lights running.
Yeah.
We had a light fail last week. So
Yeah,
it's-
last week it just went poof, and that's because we didn't get enough,
Enough follows.
Thank you.
The lights run on follows.
Yeah. So thank you so much, and we want to say a big thanks to our Patreons.
Yes.
This week, our Patreons, we're doing it's a monthly wrap up for our
Yeah.
patrons. We do this every month. And what else for their patrons?
Oh, patrons, yes. If you're a patron with us, then you obviously get a discount for our merchandise. That's right.
Yes.
We've got some merchandise. I don't have any on me, but
Vahid's
Vahid is
actually
wearing
modeling
one.
some. Oh, this is the shirt I was supposed to give to Mon, but I didn't yet because it was in my bag
what?
this whole time. Sorry, Mon, I'll get it to you soon. But yes, a selection of Dice Legenz specific designs and general D&D designs. Also, products are created on demand in studios all over the world, and it really does support local industry. Also encourages faster delivery and better for the environment as well. Yeah.
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 Thanks.
And shout out to our sponsors as well, like Principal Dragons
Principal
Yeah.
Dragon.
And 9 Realms.
and Nine Realms.
If you use the code Legends10 at
Yeah.
9 Realms, you get a 10% discount, and their prices are already good.
They're really good prices.
And we just love these things, don't we? These
Yeah.
things. That doesn't sound very
I love
nice.
them.
yeah,
Love the
if you
little-
hear the whole every time we roll, yeah, it's this sexy thing.
You're sexy.
we roll.
And Printable Dragon, we love you guys. Printable Dragon's been one of our supporters for such a long time. Brilliant products, brilliant website, so many selections. And whoever was the winner of our giveaway, congratulations.
Put it in the chat.
Put it in
Who's
the
the
chat, we'll
winner?
have a look
What
in-
is the most smuggled thing in Aratai?
Do you reckon lizards?
Maybe.
Ooh.
We want to say thank you to our moderators. Thanks, guys. Thanks to our tech crew. Thanks, Declan. Thanks, Jason. You
Thank
guys
you,
are
Declan,
brilliant. Next week, we have the wonderful Mindari
Mandari.
joining us. You know, we've got such great guests in this Shadows of Aratai miniseries.
Yes.
Rob today
Shout
was
Rob.
brilliant.
Yeah, Rob.
Last week
Thank
we
you,
had
Rob.
Forgeling. This week,
great.
next week we got Mindari, and the week after that we have Fall Cosplay.
Oh, yes, I'm excited.
So exciting! So that's us. So Rob, we just want to turn to you and just give the limelight to you. Please tell us about yourself. Tell us about your channel, your endeavors, all that.
Well, thank you very much for having me on. As I say, it was always a pleasure to be invited to be involved with you in any way. In reciprocal kind of a fashion, you'll see Vahid on my channel soon.
Yeah.
I won't talk about what yet because I haven't yet officially announced it, but you'll see that coming up soon. And if you want to see me and the stuff that I do, I'm Robert Hartley GM. I'm a full-time Dungeon Master TTRPG player and content creator for Dungeons and Dragons. I am most well known for my affiliation with the comedy group Viva La Dirt League. I'm the Dungeon Master for their comedy skit series over on YouTube. I also am the writer for a comedy skit series called D&D Logic, which was a lot of fun. So you can find me on all the different platforms at Robert Hartley GM.
Yes. And as you've seen, if you've just met Rob, please do go over to his over to the YouTube channels, Viva La Dirt League, D&D. If you're on Twitch, give him a follow here, give him a sub. We love him. He's brilliant. And we usually also encourage people
to get amongst some D&D. Yes, head on down to your local D&D store. Ours is called Wizard's Retreat. Hey, Wizard. Or wherever you can find some dices.
Even online.
Even online, yeah. And just find some really awesome friends. There's board game places in and around where you can actually have some food and eat some board games. You don't eat board games.
Or you can try. Yeah. But the most important thing is to try and play D&D.
Just play it.
Yeah, it doesn't discriminate. It's for everyone.
Yep.
Young people, old
Even for
people.
amateur beginners.
Amateur beginners like us, who are now getting into. I don't know. We're getting there. We're getting better.
I got to level 9. Nice.
100's mark destroyed people,
It
right?
was it was a lot more effective than I thought it would be.
I didn't think you were going to take out Big Red this round.
There goes my plans.
But when you suddenly do 40 hit points to someone that had 35,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's.
Is this what Truby feels like when he's playing Sully? He's like, this is cool.
hey
yeah.
guys, so thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. If you're watching us live, we're going to just be chatting after the credits.
Yeah.
In the meantime, catch you later. See you
Aratai.
next week.
In the shadows of Aratai. Whoa.